Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sin Providence episode 38. As always, I'm storyteller Mike Martin, joined by three of my beautiful players, Dot, Bub, and Josh. Hi, guys.
Hi,
What's
long
up?
time no see.
It's been so long.
It's been so long since we came to do vampire things with all of you.
Yeah, so strange.
So, yeah.
Yeah, if you have no idea what we're talking about and you're just jumping in for the live show and somehow missed it, previously, how long was it? An hour for you guys, like all told?
Yeah, Josh and I were there about an hour and 15 or 20 minutes. Bub popped in halfway, just like you did, like, oops. And I was like, guess what? You're live, Bub. Don't say anything if you don't want anybody to hear.
Yeah.
And then Mathis came in probably the last 20 or 25 minutes, like a fiery bat from hell, or Oblivion, should I say. Yeah. And had opinions. So, yeah.
I always have opinions, and people.
But it's about an hour and an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's so if will we put that up on the YouTube?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
I didn't say anything I couldn't say, so I think nobody
yeah.
screwed up. So yeah, sure, it can live in perpetuity.
Yeah, so there's some. Is it out? And last thing I ask is V6 the alpha out for public consumption?
Yeah.
Cool.
You can
Cool.
look at it online. You can download the PDF and rules, and there's a scenario as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we were live chatting about the V6 Vampire V6 Alpha that dropped last week. We all have varying opinions on it, and yeah, that video will be over on the YouTube then within probably the week or so, and you can see what everybody's thoughts are on it. It is divided, certainly, or at least, the game's funky. But take a look at that and go grab.
It's new.
It's
new.
certainly super new. Go grab the game yourself and dig in and check it out.
Yeah, we want to hear. We're actually over in the Discord now talking about it. Hey, look at that segue, Mathis. Tell us about the Discord.
Go over, check out the Discord. It's a huge community. It's totally free to join. There's like 1,000-something people over there. People are talking about the show all the time. Yeah, it's a great community of people over there that Discord is consistently just active and chatting about all kinds of manner of stuff. Please jump in and hang out with us. We are all in there to some degree or another. And finally, if you want to like go above and beyond, support the show, you can do so by subscribing right here on Twitch, which gets you some emotes and access to VODs immediately after they go live. And then if you want to go even further beyond that, patreon.com/podbynight, where you can jump on and get some bonus stuff like after shows for most of the episodes that we do here on Twitch. And then, and our YouTube is mostly caught up. I think there's a couple episodes that just need to pop up, but that's it. Like, head over to
35 and 36, which I think is they're on backlog, y'all. Bear with us. There. We're in convention season. We promised y'all we'd get them.
The convention season means it's very like we have next week, and then the week after I'm gone. So like,
you have to understand, my Gen Con week is actually 2 weeks. It's the 3 days leading up to it. It's the week afterwards of all of the marketing. Like it literally, as of last night, I slept like a wee baby in torpor. So good last night, y'all. You have no idea how well I slept last night because it was my first night of no post Gen Con like work. I just I slept so good. I slept so good.
All right. Well, then before we jump in, youtube.com/@podbynight, by the way, if you want to go check out our YouTube stuff, please do. It helps us kind of everywhere. And so we can jump in if you want to. I can hand this to Josh real quick, or Dot if you want to jump in too. We had a duo episode 2 weeks ago. Recap us. What happened in that little episode? It was a shorter one. It's like 2 to 2.5 hours long or so. But I know some stuff was done as Janet and Leon got together, just the two of them, which very rarely happens.
They are a productive crew.
Yeah, we got some shit accomplished. Mostly money fraud, criminal activity, mostly criminal activity. But no, it was good.
Board.
Always above board.
We talked a little bit about your feeding problem, which I think Leon still feels like it's not totally a problem. Right.
It is how quickly Leon went from I want to be part of the coterie to I don't know if I want to be involved in any of this.
You're in my business now. And so Janet was like, look, I'm not going to get in your business, but if bodies keep showing up without organs that I can also consume, we're going to have much bigger problems. And so they kind of talked it out. And then he was like, well, actually, I'm hungry. And I was like, So we ordered a pizza guy and left the pizza for David. Yeah. Then we went out and did some shit, didn't we?
Yeah, so we did a bunch. We looked at the footage of Roman getting shot.
Yes.
And we realized that half of the things I described to you didn't exist.
Oh, right. And then I got the great rundown of the diner incident. I'm calling it like the great dissemination.
Yes. Oh,
it was like a 45-minute in-character debacle of fully nitty-gritty of the events from point A to point B, because we
and from my character's perspective, which is not a great
which is not what everybody else got. So Janet got a whole bunch of new information. A whole bunch of new information, because the conversation's genesis point was actually about our dear Liz, our dear Liz. And is it good for her to be around? Because Leon has pretty, I think, strong opinions about the matter. And so it tumbled. We got a whole bunch of information. Janet was like, how the fuck did all of this get left out of the 3 or 4 times we've discussed this? And then what did we do? Then we did some financial fraud and criminal activities on the computer.
We learned more about gun shop people.
I know what it was.
You had some more interesting conspiracy thoughts.
I want to know what was said to change the whole experience.
Just go watch it. Just we're gonna put it out there.
It's like
he's not gonna do that, and I don't blame him.
Because it's only 45 minutes of the 2.5 hours that we played. I know. It was an intense conversation where Janet was like, okay, we're gonna start at the beginning. Explain this again for me.
Well, a guy with a phone came in, and then
I was like, and then the phone melted. I was like, what triggered the phone? Why did the phone melt? It became a thing. I think even chat was like, dear God, move on. If it was improv, somebody would have been dinging the bell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm archiving it up a little bit. Like,
Okay. Yes, we
ADHD.
got. Okay, we've been looking into. Okay, that's my Tremere debt information. Here's my ledger of money. Look.
I'll just tell you one word, Bub, that we found.
Okay.
Pentex.
Okay, so we did a whole bunch more. Here's all of the lines and history of information we found out from the financial digging that Janet got on that like 6 roll with the help of all of the tech help from our dear Leon. And it all led to one big name. Ba, 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 ba.
Pentex Inc.
Yeah.
You also
They make the guns.
came up with new theories about potential Nosferatu being.
Oh, and then somebody was like, Leon was like, oh, by the way, did you know Betty didn't just get you that coffin? She traded a memory for it. And there's this Nosferatu collecting memories in the sewer. And we figured out maybe we should do this one in character. Everything that we've come in contact with have led back to the Nosferatu. The docks, everything is connected to the Nosferatu. My crazy conspiracy theory
The problem
says
is
everything leads back to the Nosferatu.
Maggie she keeps her NPCs like she keeps them desperately like separate from everyone else's. I don't know why. Like she's protective of those in the game. Outside of like, cardboard and tin can cockman.
Right.
Yeah, well, he's an open book.
Yeah.
An open can. Hey.
Not wrong.
But yeah, Pentex was like the really last big thing that we kind of came across, and something happened to Leon at the end of Cliffhanger, which I'll let Mathis get into.
And you
But
were at the
big
Fight Club
thing
too, or
was-
did you go to the Fight Club?
We
as well?
went
No?
to the bar.
We went to the bar. I took him to go
The
dive
to
bar.
the Brewha
We
bar
talked
because
to
he had
Roman.
not.
You hung out with Roman. That's right.
So we wanted to let
forgot.
Roman know what was coming down the pipeline from the Fight Club. We were like, let's give you a heads up. Some gang are probably going to show up on your doorstep. We're just doing you a courtesy favor. And it was a great chance for Leon to be introduced as a coterie member inside of the kind of bar we've been frequenting. He was nice. I mean, he was really nice about it. He's like, hey, I appreciate that. And I was like, just know people are going to start digging. We found another body or another pile of ash that hints that somebody killed him on our property. It could have to do with your sister's death, which is currently the cover that we're running with, which is pretty solid right now because we have no other proof.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, cool. So before we start, everybody, before we begin, Bub, you're at 4 hunger.
I'm at
correct?
4 hunger.
Yeah, exactly. I thought so.
And we're not going to
that
be there to
pizza.
stop you. We left. When you come out, there
Yeah.
will be pizza and nobody around.
I role played a brief scene as David.
To be a fly on a wall.
Did you get
No,
my
it was very
Snapchat? I
quick.
Snapchatted you live that Saturday and was like, would David just fly off to go eat?
I didn't get
or
that.
Would he... Oh, I sent it to you. Maybe I don't have the right Snapchat. Somebody else must have got it because I called you live
David
from the
got it.
screen. Yeah, we were here. You could also see that in last week's episode if you
Oh
want to watch it.
man.
You slipped out of the wall and you had taken Leon into the wall with you. And so when you came out of the
Yeah.
wall, I had David look at Leon and excitedly ask, "How did you like it?" And that was it. I don't know if that's what David would do.
Yeah,
but
that's
I felt
not
like that
I
was-
don't think that's far from it, yeah.
that's pretty much all that happened. Then David walked away.
If that ever occurs and I'm not there, it will just birth you out of the wall.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Which
that's
is
what
exactly
happened.
what it did. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly how it
And then
happened.
Like a
him and Janet got into
filthy, deathy hug.
shenanigans, and we have no idea what happened to David in year 4 hunger.
Yeah, so as everybody, except for Bub, because you don't need to rouse to wake up because you roused the night before to go into the wall, everybody else can go ahead and rouse and heal whatever you need to heal, your pre-game healing.
Oh, have I? No, I've gone. I'm squeaky clean. For once.
For once, yeah, you're not in a
Fuck, I
spot.
get hunger too, though.
Okay, but it's not that bad. I should open the game. Hang on, I need to get the game open. Completely forgot. Let me open up Microsoft.
We can't
Bing.
hear you, Dot.
I made note. I'm only at 2. Okay, but I did make
Who's that
note of that ex-husband that hangs out at the bar around the corner.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I did.
You got a target.
His liver belongs to me. He just doesn't know it yet. So, I made note. He's my next victim.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm logging into Roll20.
We're very prepared for this game.
Sorry, we got a little sidetracked with our hour to hour and a half discussion on V6.
What do you mean that's not the right password? Yes, it is.
It's the only password I have.
It's literally the only one I have for this fucking website. Try one more time. Please let
You
me
should
in.
use a password manager.
I do.
Oh.
Okay, let me in that time. Okay. Everybody's rolled. Let me get into this. All right, then my only question, as we set the scene, rein things in, and see what our coterie has been up to, my question actually is right immediately for Bub. As you awaken, that brief moment happens where Leon and you have an exchange. Leon and Janet very quickly become consumed with their own things and leave the quarry relatively quickly. My question for you is, what would David do at For Hunger when he wakes up? Is this... Has David been at For Hunger before? Yes, right?
Yes, once before. Yeah.
Okay.
We're into it.
So it is extremely, it's reminiscent. You felt this way in the past once. It is an unwavering, unignorable, gnawing thought that sits at the front, middle, and back of your mind, where it takes actual, genuine effort to fight through the desperate urge that is the feeling of starvation, of a hunger so deep, so primordial, so... That's thunder. Sorry, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, did a car just fucking hit like a pole out there? No,
I thought that was here. I'm going to be honest. I heard it. I thought that was here.
Oh, really? I did not hear it.
Yeah, no, I thought, like, I was like, what happened? No, it's just thunder. If I vanish, I'll hopefully be back. Yeah, so primordial, so cliche, and for lack of a better word, ancient, that you cannot, for the life of you, fight through this in a way that is meaningful beyond you still have control over your body. You are barely away from being at Hunger 5, which is, as you know, difficult to do anything with. What does David do as our camera fades in and we maybe even hear in the distance Janet's car, because I think they took, no, Leon's car, I think is what they took, roar to life and rumble away on the gravel, growing further and further distant. Our camera sinks further into the quarry as the moonlight spills downward, illuminating partially the tunnel that David was in, and we catch a bit of his wing, a splash of his face, and a chunk of his lower body in that moonlight, as we see maybe his eyes glimmer in that moonlight for a moment as we enter his private space briefly. And I'm curious, from this point, handing the reins to you for now, David, what does David do?
I mean, if he can't ignore the hunger, then it's something he has to address. But I think there's probably always something that's like percolating in the back of his mind, because the last time the hunger became this bad, something tried to reach through him. And I don't think that there's as much, like, on surface quiet, right? I think his inner monologue is going to come to the surface now, and sort of prod them to ask, where, not necessarily where the hunger comes from, but who is manifesting from the hunger now, I think is like that lingering question on his mind. And I don't think if it's something that he can ignore or even plot or plan through that much, he'll probably throw caution to the wind and take to the forest. He still doesn't want to feed on people. The last couple of times he's been near or fed on people, they've been hurt. Absolutely.
So you're prodding openly for these things. Do we see you kind of spread your wings and take off?
Yeah.
And like so it's all one motion essentially. You're openly asking while stepping out, and as you step out from the tunnel into the moonlight entirely, for your wings to spread as we watch them stretch out and maybe take a couple beats before your toes leave the surface and you're about to take to the air. Please make me a wits awareness roll.
Sure. I got 2 successes.
And you can willpower 2 if you choose.
Frankly, he probably is so focused, it may have his full attention on the hunger.
I will say, you notice it, but not in this moment. You actually won't notice it till you're probably mid-flight. As we watch as your wings kind of beat a couple times and your feet slowly lift off the ground before the tips of your toes are the last things to kind of drag up off the gravel beneath you. We see David look around and look up, and with a hard one beat of his wings, you lift. And then another couple as you get higher and higher into the air, where you become ideally a speck to anyone who would be looking below. We watch as David takes off quickly to if you're just going to the woods in the nearby area, just heading north briefly. Like, you don't have to go far at all. Do you want to go to the woods that are just outside the quarry? Because it's just a little hop, skip, and jump to
I think that's
pretty much any direction.
That's the plan.
And as you do so, and you reach your peak height, and you begin to move northeast, whatever the direction is you choose to do so, asking that question out loud, like, who is there? Unlike last time, and maybe even more, almost more shocking to David, or perhaps it weighs more, there is an utter bereft of noise. There's just a deep silence, an absence, almost a void that seems to respond to you. There's a nothingness there. And as you beat your wings a couple of times, and we watch as you maneuver, our camera snap cuts from the ground floor all the way into the sky with you. We're by your right hand shoulder as we watch your hair billowing in the wind as you're starting to pick up speed. And as you do with every beat of your wings, we actually hear the jangling of your little glass vial on your neck as the moonlight spills out toward it, glistening within it before it hits the camera. And it's in that glistening that for a moment we see David seems to catch him. And as you look down, because it is dangling kind of with gravity, you actually note that the flower within seems to be has fully been regrown. You may choose to do nothing in this moment, but
David needs to eat first.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to eat first.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, like, he's very curious. It's whomever this person is that he spoke to previously because of this. It's something that he can't ignore, but the hunger is probably overtaking him in this moment.
Okay. You land in the woods nearby, and as you land, we can hear like the grass crunching under your feet. It's not like you're landing with a thud. I imagine you're landing gently. You can go ahead if you're gonna just like try to hunt for wildlife. With survival.
Okay.
Are you looking for a particular type of animal?
Just large animal.
Something like deer sized.
Yeah. Any kind of mid or megafauna, if at all possible.
Sure. I was gonna say, do you want to rouse the blood for this? But no, I imagine.
I can only willpower 1, so.
Well, if you arouse the blood and gain 2d10 to this, but you are at 4 hunger, so if you fail rousing the blood, that's the danger.
It's dangerous.
You could willpower reroll 1. It's up to you to do so, because it's whether you think that'll be worth it or not.
I don't know if I can make more problems right now by rouse. I feel like if I rouse, I'm gonna make more problems, and that's just like, that's great for you. For you.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No. If you willpower reroll 1, it's only willpower, not arouse.
Sure, but if I were to rouse, that's like, it's just playing
different.
So close to the cuff.
If you want to stick with 1 success, you can.
I think I'll try it until obviously something snaps.
So you spend 45 minutes to an hour looking for a deer.
Yeah.
Looking for some sort of fauna, like you said, it's a medium or large fauna, and whether it's you're making loud, clumsier steps than normal, or your senses are just being dulled by the overwhelming, consuming urge to feed on something. As you look around, you failed to come up with anything in that first hour. You're welcome to make me another roll, though.
I will try. You said survival wits?
Yep.
If I fail this again, then I will go down the route of rouse. Bestial failure.
You spend Jesus Christ. Okay, so it's not like, again, bestial failure doing just like a hunting scene doesn't mean you fucking like go on a murdering spree of like a nearby hunter's lodge or something like that. But you do spend double the time, 2 more hours looking for food. And at this point, with 2 hours, there is not a voice, and you're not sure where the urge comes from, but there is that moment where the moon hits that the vial again, and the flower comes to, and there's the thought of, well, maybe this person could help me. So you spend 2 hours. You've been hunting for 3 hours so far, bringing you to probably or close to midnight-ish at this point. And at this point, I think that would place Leon in this timeline. It would place Leon and Janet on their way back, if not already at the quarry, because you only went to the bar and you probably chatted with
Well, and then we did some
Roman.
stuff like we were at
That's
the
true.
end of our night because he was headed back to his location. Like
Yeah,
to
that's
his,
true. That's
yeah.
true. So yeah. Janet's probably on her way back right now.
Then I'll bite. I will find the angle of the moon. I'll place down the dandelion.
You look for a clearing, essentially.
Yeah.
You're looking for a clearing in the woods. Give me a 1 success with survival roll as you're wandering the woods. Because
Sure.
at 4 hunger, you might just be too distracted to even find a clearing in the woods without walking in circles.
I got 1 success.
Once, that's all I need. With 1 success, after a few minutes of wandering frustratingly, you eventually come to a point where there's a couple of trees. One's dead and has fallen over already, and then another one is like a stump there, having long ago been removed. Enough of a clearing where the moonlight hits and you can see your entire shadow. Now, in this moment, as you reach up and grab your vial, this is the last moment where I would say, like, you have obviously a choice to not do this if you choose. But once you pop that thing and go through with it, the choice is obviously removed.
I think it's happening. He's been waiting for this. You know, I've made multiple moments of looking down to see where it's at and what's going on. If you're going to afford me the faculties to address it, then yeah, I can't ignore it.
Okay. As we watch you pop the vial on this thing and take the flowers out and place them where the eyes of the shadow would be after kind of measuring where your shadow hits, where you plan on standing, and maybe even go back and forth a couple of times because it's hard to focus right now. You eventually get everything placed up, and when you do, same thing happens. The drop of blood that you draw from, is it a Rouseworth's check of blood that I made you do last time?
It is.
Okay. I forgot about that, but you wouldn't have. David, go ahead and make me a rouse check.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, beautiful. You did not get any hunger. Staying at 4. As your vitae hits the ground, and we hear that thick dripping noise as it hits the grass below. We can even our camera follows the blood as it hits the grass, and we watch it kind of bend under the weight. The vitae itself begins to pulse before it begins to stretch and narrow in multiple different ways, looking like roots of a plant, crawling up the shadow until eventually reaching the eyes. And as the moment the bloody roots reach where the eyes would be, in that moment your eyes whip back and we see only the whites of your eyes. Your wings outstretch, and in 2 beats you shoot into the air. And in that we quickly cut. Leon, you're standing over the individual with puncture holes in his neck, clearly still alive as you made the check on the last one, but you know he's clearly been fed on. I am curious what your reaction is.
Can I tell how recent this was?
Certainly within obviously the night. If you're looking at like you're trying to tell within hours, you can make a roll, but you're not trained in that. I guess it would be like an intelligence medicine check to see if you could figure out how long ago those puncture marks came from.
Yeah, I don't have anything in medicine, so I don't know.
This doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, my initial reaction would be to look at it and then basically look around and check the entire building of mine.
Sure. As you're
yeah.
walking around, especially once you start making your way back toward the door that leads into your back room and office area, you hear shuffling around back there. But it doesn't take long for you to realize it's Magpie. He's been here all night.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to open the door and just start on Magpie.
As soon as you open the door, he whips around surprised.
Magpie.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? How's your night? And you see him,
Fine.
you see him crumpling a Taco Bell bag.
How was your night?
I just had 2 grilled cheese burritos, some nacho fries, and a big ass Baja Blast.
Yeah, maybe you should take some of those out to Connor.
I didn't get him any.
I pick up a half-empty can of drink, like a monster, and I hand it to him. Go give that to Connor.
Okay. And he looks a little confused as he drops the Taco Bell bag in the nearby bin and grabs the half-drank Monster Energy or whatever energy drink. And as he walks out, you hear him say, hey, Connor. And the door swings shut. And as it swings back again, you see a little bit more. He walks over and he's like, hey, dude, energy drink on the house, half drink, I guess. And as he puts it down, you see him looking down at him. Connor? Connor? And then you see him lean down and puts his fingers up against his neck. And then he brings them back very quickly. And he turns to the back and he just goes, Leon! Leon! And he like runs to the back room. Connor's been killed, Leon! Connor's fucking dead, dude! Holy fucking shit! Oh my God, who do we call? Call Janet! Call Janet right now!
I'm gonna grab him by the scruff and put my hand over his mouth.
You can feel him trying to hyperventilate through your hand as your hand is getting sucked into his moist mouth.
Connor is fine. He is alive. But I really need you to think right now. Who's come and visited while I was away?
And do you keep the hand on his mouth until he's clearly like takes a couple beats, and as you pull down, his eyes are wide. He's like, I didn't hear anybody. I've been back here all fucking night. I'm going out there. I never go out there. The bell didn't ring. I don't think. There's a bell on the door, right? I never checked.
Is there a bell on the door? I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. Leon doesn't even know either.
I just leave the door open.
Yeah. He fucking, yeah. Maybe we should change that, actually. That's good. Did Connor owe people money or something?
No, this was my fault. Okay, get the big beanbag chair. We're going to bring him in here.
He just looks at the beanbag chair in the corner. Where do you want to bring it?
It's fine. It's in there. You get the legs, I get the arms.
Okay. And he just follows you out there, hoists Connor's legs as you kind of slip under his arms, and you realize before he even lifts up the legs, you don't need him for this. The body's relatively light, but Magpie lifts the legs regardless, and two of you kind of just firemen carry off him into the back and place him gently on the beanbag chair. And Magpie looks at him for a minute as he places him down, maybe for a beat or two longer than you do, and he turns back to you, like over his shoulder, without turning away from the body, and says, "You're sure he's not dead?"
I go back in and I check. I put my finger under his nose. I put my
you feel he's alive.
On his pulse.
He's alive. You've already made the roll. He's definitely alive. It's very clear Magpie is just panicking.
Yeah, he's fine. He has been drunk from.
Do you think they knew I was back here?
Why is that your first concern?
They could have killed me.
No one wants to do that. No one cares enough. Look, I need this place to be more secure, and I also need you to look after Connor. There's a first aid kit, like get some electrolytes. He's gonna be woozy. We just tell him he passed out. He does not need to know about any of this.
Okay. What do I say happened?
That he passed out. He's a fucking gamer and a junkie. He won't know what happened.
Okay. And, he just nods kind of absently at you.
Hey.
Sure.
Walk in.
Yeah. I got it. That's just, I was back here the whole time.
I know. I'm sorry. It's not anything that should be happening in my domain. Someone clearly wanted to send this message.
Domain.
It's not really.
Are you going to tell Janet?
Maybe. Why?
I don't know. I was just thinking out of everybody that we know, the only one who might be able to help is her. The fuck is David going to do? Don't get me. And he gestures at Connor. Help with what? Help with what?
What do you want me to do?
If there's someone walking in your front door, I don't know. You leave me alone here all the time. And spoilers, I don't got fangs. Right? And then he goes and like with that beak of awkwardness, reaches in with his thumb to double check. Yeah, no, I don't have any. How am I supposed to defend your place from people like that?
Can you use a gun?
Yeah, you guys weak to guns?
No.
What the fuck?
Might make you feel better.
What would make me feel better is a way to stop you. What stops you? Does garlic stop you?
Sure.
Oh my god.
Look, the safest thing to do is to make this harden this place up. If someone comes back, we should not try and stop them. We should just find out who they are and why, although I might have an idea on why.
Okay. Hypothetical scenario. They show up when you're gone. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Tell them, hey, hang on. Leon wants to chat.
Try and get their name. Memorize what their features look like. But do not engage if you don't want to and if you don't have to.
Okay.
You think you can take on a vampire?
No, that's the whole point of what I'm trying to say. You know who I think can? Janet.
Well, yeah, okay, I'll tell Janet. I am hoping this is a one-time thing.
Okay, yeah, me too.
I will also get a more sturdy lock and shutter for this place. How about that?
What kind of vampire locks exist?
None that I know of. Just normal locks. They can stop me. They can stop most vampires.
They can stop you.
Sometimes.
I don't know if you're trying to gaslight me or gaslight yourself.
I have no fucking clue what we're supposed to do about another vampire coming in, having a snack, and leaving.
I know.
I'll figure it out.
Oh my god, I'm so fucked.
No, you're not.
If they want to kill me, they're going to kill me. What am I supposed to do?
Find a way to defend yourself. I didn't give you these this blood so that you can just watch and wait around.
Does your blood make me super strong?
Sometimes, yes. Have you noticed being able to do anything that you couldn't do before?
He thinks for a moment. No?
You need to go outside, man.
No.
Get a bigger world.
I am not supposed to go far. Janet, on the threat of my life, told me I could not go far.
You don't work for Janet anymore.
But you do. And then he covers his mouth almost like he shouldn't have talked back.
I work with Janet. She's not my boss. You know that, right?
He shakes his head.
You don't know that? Jesus Christ. Okay.
She doesn't talk to you like an equal?
Leon mentally stores that one away for later.
The only one I've ever heard her talk to normally is Betty, and that's because Betty pisses her off.
Okay, fine. Maybe I work for Janet. But the thing is, I do need you to be safe. You said you were going away to sort out your parents, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe take some time doing that. Janet, you don't take orders from Janet. That's the other thing. If she says something, you do it if you feel like it. Okay?
You think she's all right?
I mean,
Like,
don't
she's
piss
threatening
her
my
off.
family. She's like threatening my family. Am I supposed to just disobey her?
She doesn't have your family anymore. That's the entire point of you taking this fucking holiday. Oh my god. I have other things to do, and I really wanted your help, but I think it's probably best if you go and sort your parents out. Take the money I gave you, go sort them out. You don't have to be here. You don't have to feel unsafe. I will figure out the security on this place while you're gone, okay?
Okay,
Do we understand each other?
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I don't want anything bad to happen to me. So I think you're right.
Like you're gonna write about what?
Right about having to figure out a way to stop people coming here if we don't want them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You need to drink my blood before you hit the road.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. You just like put it in a cup or something.
No. I'm not a vending machine.
It's just really intimate.
We're going to be able to get to know each other really in depth. So I want this to work.
So okay, where? Go ahead, just tell me where.
What do you mean where?
Am I putting my lips?
Oh my God.
What? You said you're not gonna put it in a cup.
I stabbed my hand. I'm like,
And
don't make it weird.
it's
Just drink my blood from my hand.
yeah. You would hold out the palm of your hand, and he walks over, and you see him like raise his head, like he doesn't know if he's like to put his hands on your hand and bring it, or just like lower his head to it and let you support him. And then there's this weird moment of like his hands are hovering but not quite touching your hand.
Oh, bloody hell. Look, it's either that or you suck my dick. Like, please just take the blood.
And after, that exclamation, he just closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and just grabs your hand and puts his lips to yours as you feel the warmth of his lips. And eventually he feeds a roused check's worth of blood.
Nice.
So go ahead and make me a roll.
All right.
Excellent. Everybody's having good hunger rolls. And once he's done, he pulls away and he like wipes his lips off on his forearm. And he takes a moment, and I imagine you bring your palm back. He does it. He like averts eye contact with you in the most awkward way. And he's like, I guess I'll just be going now.
What's wrong, man?
No, nothing. That's just not weird at all.
You've done it like 5 times now.
It just doesn't get normal.
It's
My ex used to make me like lick her blood. She liked knife play. Just very strange.
okay. Well, I didn't need to know that, but like, there's no other way. I think the thing is, this is going to be a permanent arrangement so that you get to keep living.
I love hearing that. It's so incredibly
no.
reassuring. Oh my God.
I'm just saying, I could get you out if you really want, but you're in really fucking deep now. And I know it's not your fault. And I know it's not what you want. But you did make a deal with a very powerful vampire. And now we've kind of pulled your ass from the flames.
I'm not going to sit here and argue semantics. I just wish to put into the record officially, Janet hit me with her car and forced me into it and made me come here. I didn't have a choice.
Okay. Noted.
Thank you.
I hope you find a good, safe place for your parents to stay. Janet won't know where they are. No one will threaten them. If something goes wrong, call me and I will turn up. And, don't take longer than, I hope, a month.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You've got up to a month. Let's say that. I'm going to need your help when you come back.
All right, he kind of uncomfortably nods. Eyes are kind of shifty. You see him like look past you at Connor one last time before looking at you. Kind of turn to the door. I guess I'll be on my way now.
I mean, hell, you can stay here if you want, but I thought you wanted to sort your parents out.
No. Oh, I'm just making sure we're good. Okay. Good luck with everything.
We are good, and thank you.
Thank you.
What? No, it's not like that.
What? What do you mean?
Thank you for giving me a look into a world that I didn't know existed.
And thank you for keeping me safe the best you know how.
Okay. Right. Yes. Neither of us are very good at this. Goodbye.
He like raises his hand pointedly like he's gonna say something, thinks better of it, and just turns on the ball of his foot and makes for the back door.
At least he's good at shutting up.
The door shuts and closes, leaving you silently there with Connor. Is there anything else Leon would do at the moment, or is it just you're just gonna make kind of spend the night taking care?
Yeah, I'll patch up Connor and make sure he yeah, I have to be there when he comes around. But aside from that, that's the plan. If he wakes up, then I'll sort him out and then I'll go back to the quarry, but otherwise I'm doing that for the rest of the night.
He's likely not going to wake up until daylight comes, because he's clearly been fed on more than just a single dot. But that's not necessarily a bad. I mean, like, it's not something you can't handle. You could just put him. I mean, you could set him outside the door. You could sit him inside the actual computers. Yeah, you can just put him on the fucking street. Whatever you want to do. Whatever it is you choose.
Yeah, I'll put him outside my safe place, which is where he is right now. If I have to go to sleep, I'll just lock up my door if that's the end of the night for me.
Yeah, so you do your best, take care of him, make sure he's comfortable, and you sat for the rest of the night. You check your front door, lock everything up, and head into the evening. And that's where we see Leon until the next night. Before we cut back to Bub real quick, Dot, is there anything with Janet you would like? Is there anything solo Janet is doing that we get a glimpse of that doesn't even matter? Or is Janet mostly waiting for
I think
David
you
to
just
re-arrive?
see her make a couple phone calls, one of which is to the mob family. I've got new plots and plans for you, Mathis. We don't have to get into the details of what's said, but she makes a couple phone calls. And then she probably continues to look into this Pentex. Just like, have I heard that before? Like, she's trying to think, like, who is this company, right? If everything points to them, who is this company? But all in all, Janet's gonna, like, she's fine just chilling.
Okay, so we see some, like I said, some brief phone calls maybe as we kind of phase in and out of that, just to kind of catch a glimmer before we make our way back to David, who's flying through the sky at this moment toward the same area as the last time you did this, which is the coastline. Hang on, let me fix my mic real quick, because it's like the gate is a little higher. I can tell it's cutting me off. Where are you? Let me bring this down a couple. Okay. You're flying toward the coastline, and much like last time, Bub, as you're flying, you notice, or David would notice in his fuguish state, there's glimpses of this is kind of how it goes by. The sky itself begins to shimmer, move, fracture in some weird ways. You can tell eventually at some point there's a stillness that seems to overcome everything. The sounds below, even as muted as they may be with how high in the sky you are, become unerringly silent. And as you make your way to the coastline, it's a very similar picture as before. The waves are frozen mid-crest. One looks like it's about to crash down, but it's completely stuck in time. A few birds are mid-flying through the sky, blocking out or just sat up against the moon itself, creating a couple of silhouettes amongst it. But everything is ungodly still. And the waves themselves look like glass, much like before. They come to points and sharp edges. There's not a smoothness to it like actual water. It's jagged and green and reflects the moonlight in this in a way that it dances through as you move through different angles of the moon itself. Eventually, you do fly down to the dock, and as your feet come and touch down, you find yourself standing in the exact same spot that you did the very first time. And much like last time, as you land and look around, you seemingly, at least for the moment, are the only one here. Were you going to say something? I don't want to, I couldn't tell if there's something that you were looking like you were going to say.
I'm just kind of taking it in, trying to, have I been, outside of the last time I was in this like frozen moment, is this a place that I could regularly return to without like the stillness?
Yeah, much like I said last time, this is the same dock you were found at. This is the dock where your story, at least as it's being told now, began.
How far away, if I could recollect, how far away was I from this place?
From where you flew to?
From where the box was located originally. Could I like look over my shoulder and see?
I see what you're saying. Like how close are you? Other than like you are literally, there's not even. I don't have to make your roll. Like you are on the dock that, or you are on the, I guess you call it dock, pier, whatever it is. If you were to look over your shoulder, it's like right there. You're like right where everything was.
Yeah. Well, is there any kind of like, is there like a wooden beam or banish or something like blocking me from sort of falling into the water?
No, but make me a wits awareness check.
Okay, my dice have been very forgiving today, so this should be perfect.
Yeah.
I got 3 successes.
3 successes is actually very good. Maybe you're looking over the edge, or looking at the water, and you begin to look kind of down and around you. And it's actually subtle. It's not entirely obvious if on first glance. But with a persistent kind of like looking down around you at the water, at the dock, you actually notice in front of you, maybe maybe a foot in front of you from where you stand, directly in front of you, carved into the wood itself, very subtle, is a rune. One that you certainly would not recognize. Like as you look at it, you would recognize it as a rune, or maybe some like ancient alphabet thing that you you wouldn't necessarily know off the top of your head. But directly in front of you, there is a rune etched into the wood of the pier.
Can I like lock that to memory?
Yeah. We'll say you do your best to do that in the moment right now for sure.
And out of curiosity, since it's just me here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put a scratch in that rune?
As you reach down, would you do that reflexively?
I think I would like if it's been etched in. Is it something that was like etched in with a knife, with a tool?
It certainly looks like it. Yes.
Okay.
It looks like it was like it's like roughly kind of carved into the wood. It doesn't look like it was part of the wood naturally.
Then I think.
Or concrete, I guess actually is probably
Sure.
what the pier's made out of. Concrete. It's scratched into the concrete.
Can I drag my finger through like a corner of it to see if I can make my own mark in the rune?
So as you reach down and you take your index finger, and as it reaches out and our camera comes down to the close shot of the rune itself, as you're maybe 2 inches away from it or so, you hit that feels like when 2 magnets oppose. As you try to get close, there is no matter how hard you seemingly try, and if you want to make rolls, you can try, but like for story reasons and whatnot, there is no way for you to get physically touching it.
Well, can I leave a mark like a foot away from it?
By like your feet, yes.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to see if I can leave a mark there, because
Are you
I
just
want
looking
to.
to, like,
I want to come back later and see if that mark is still there or if that rune is still there.
Sure. Yeah, I had a. Yeah, that's what I figured you were trying to do. By your feet, what kind of mark would you leave? Just like a scratch? Is there something you would attempt to do?
It's just going to be just a 3-inch rake in the stone,
Okay. So just like a deep
like a pit.
kind of like pit, yeah, that you make. And as you, as you're doing that, make me another wits awareness.
Sure. Six.
Beautiful fucking roll. As you're bending down and going to scratch, you actually would just catch out of the corner of your eye, on your left and on your right. You actually notice, and would lead you to learn, probably look behind you too, like directly on your left and on your right, as much as the one ahead of you is, are two other runes that look entirely different than the one at the top. They also look different from each other. And then there's a fourth one directly behind you, each one like equal measured out, probably
Sure.
like similar distance of like a foot in each direction. Each rune is different from the last.
I just want to commit those to memory.
I'll have you make a roll for that. Go ahead and give me. Oh God, what is a memory roll? I always forget. It's intelligence.
Resolve. I thought it was resolve something.
Yeah, maybe it's resolve. Intelligence resolve. That sounds familiar. I would take intelligence resolve. I would also take intelligence academics. I think that might actually work out pretty well.
What are the odds that I could tie my proficiency in art history for this?
Ooh, I can see it 50-50 because like art history is a historical knowledge, and what
Yeah.
you're looking at isn't historical, like in a way that you come across. It's not a historical marker or a rune that you've
Sure.
seen in the history books before, but you do study. Do you have anything in academics at all?
I've got I have 3.
Okay, I would say, yeah, let's say fuck it. Why not? Intelligence academics,
Got it.
to try and commit this to memory.
3.
Okay, 3's not a bad roll. I will note that real quick.
And if I can't, for some reason, it just starts to feel like it's becoming very loose. I'm gonna carve it into my body.
Okay, it doesn't feel like it's coming. Look, it feels like you have a good solid grab on it with 3 successes.
Okay.
So it's not like you feel like it's coming loose or anything like that, or it's slipping. I would say you feel like you have a pretty accurate recall of this.
Okay.
Okay. You reach down and continue to draw like the giant divot in the actual concrete itself.
Yeah.
And I would say as you stand up and just as you look forward, they certainly didn't come in from anywhere. They certainly didn't make any noise. And they all 100% certainly weren't there prior. Standing on the outside of the ruins themselves is a familiar figure for the last time you were here. They seem to just be standing there, their face obscured in a darkness, and their posture upright. Does David react in any way? Or
David was here first. He's gonna let this person speak.
there's 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds of silence between the two of you, between you standing and you and that individual. Not entirely sure if you're locking gaze, but at the very least becoming aware of each other simultaneously. And in those few seconds of silence afterwards, it is cleared with a voice that is much like I described last time, indeterminate. It's certainly deeper than whatever their voice is. And it's hard to pin it in anything. It doesn't sound familiar in any way, but I think David is aware, at least in this moment, that things aren't exactly as they seem, as it were. And the words that fall from them to you are, "Oh my, you're rather hungry, aren't you?" They take a couple of steps forward, and go ahead, David replies, but you can hear their step. The silence is so still that even their quiet steps on the concrete can be heard.
I am, yes, very hungry.
As he walks to the edge of where these runes are and begins to maybe walk on the outside to your left-hand side, and then back up to front of you, and then to your right-hand side and back in front of you. I can help you.
Why?
But it will. There's a beat before not even answering your why, but seemingly continuing on with their thought. It will be human blood, though. And as to your question, because you are important, David.
From my time of being alive here, no one is kind. Not for free. But you offer me food to free me from hunger against something that I do not wish. Why? Really? Why?
And as David says that, like that, almost leaving a beat to answer before he drives the point home with really why. There is another beat of silence, maybe to David's frustration, as this individual seems to take their time in answering. Answers after your head is on right. Food first, David. Bear with me. I'll be but a moment.
Wait.
And as you say wait, you're not even sure if you blinked, but they're just not there.
Then I wait.
Sure. David, you don't wait too long. A few minutes pass before there is a scraping on the concrete. You turn to your left where you hear the noise coming from, and as you do, you see that individual there with being dragged by the scruff of their shirt. An individual, a woman. Her hair's in a bun, and she seems unconscious. She doesn't seem to be struggling. She doesn't seem to be in pain. She doesn't seem like she's bleeding anywhere. Just unconscious. And as he gets to the circle, he lifts the lady up from not just the scruff, but puts his other arm under their legs and places her within the circle that you stand at your feet. His arms withdraw, and he gestures.
Why must I feed from people? Why can I not feed from animals?
Should you live long enough, David, eventually, no matter how hard you try, animals will not sate you. The sooner you accept that, the better.
Who is she?
No one of importance to you.
Is she of importance to you?
Every individual I interact with is of importance to me, David. No more questions. Feed or do not.
Mathis, I think I'm going to try to resist.
Sure. You can. There's no try. There's no blood there, so there's no hunger frenzy happening. You don't see any blood and whatnot. There's food in front of you, certainly. But
I think David
frenzy
would sit her down then and sort of like brush the hair over her ears and put her in a comfortable position. Like he doesn't want to feed from someone without either consent, unless you absolutely lose control. Like in that case, it happens.
Because you're at 4 hunger, only certain things trigger hunger frenzy. The individual simply quietly watches as David leans down. Maybe initially it looks like you're about to feed, at least to him, but you comfortably sit them up. Like you said, you brush their hair behind their ears. you check them for injuries?
I do.
Okay. You can make me an intelligence or an intelligence medicine check.
It's not a great roll for me.
Yeah, you're not a medical person, but
I got 2 successes.
with 2 successes, I mean, she's obviously alive, and she seemingly is uninjured. There's no bruises. There doesn't look like there was signs of a struggle on her in any way. Her clothing isn't torn in any way. She simply looks like she's very peacefully sleeping.
You have given, or at least assisted, in me gaining choice. And choices matter in this life. I am grateful, but this was not my choice.
You are here. You chose to open the vial then.
I made that choice, yes.
And this is what your choice has wrought. Whether the consequences were intended does not change the fact that your decisions led you here, to her, at your feet, offered to you.
When I am forced to drink from the body of another, I will deal with those consequences then. I am not forced to drink from the body of another, and animals will still satisfy me. Why must I rush the inevitable?
There is, you don't know, I don't know if David would, wits insight.
That's better for me. No, it's not.
God, the dice are like, they're like give and take completely today. Good God, it's feast or famine on the rolls. With bestial failure, in this moment, and I apologize to do this to you, in this moment, as you try to read the situation, and maybe even as you look up to him, as maybe where you believe his eyes would be meet yours, suddenly everything beyond that point becomes entirely foggy to your memory. There's words he says. You know you hear his voice a few more times. But when you come back to, you are in the forest where you laid the daffodils, right? Not dandelions, daffodils?
Dandelions.
Damn it, God, I always switch them in my head. I want to say daffodils for some stupid reason. You are back where the dandelions were. But as much like before, the dandelions are withered, laying in the places where your eyes would be. But, unlike last time, you have a very clear memory of the interactions leading up to that moment. And you do have, I'd say, a memory with the 3 successes you rolled of the runes. The runes, what you were trying to commit to memory. You, I would also say you remember what she looks like as well. The individual.
Okay.
The girls whose hairs you brushed behind. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, leaving you in the woods, if you were to check the time, while it feels like probably 30 minutes or an hour has passed, it's only been maybe 5 minutes total.
Oh.
Since you opened the vial in place of flowers to now.
It's all wibbly wobbly. Well, if he's not satisfied.
Oh, you're hungry still.
No, I mean that person. Then.
Oh, for sure.
That's okay. David's not really out here to impress anymore. So, or at least that person. I think he's going to give it one more go on hunting.
Yep. Want to make me another survival roll?
Survival wits.
Yeah.
2 successes.
You could re-roll one of them. How much willpower do you have?
I have
Do
all
you
of it,
want to
so.
re-roll one?
I don't Nah, not really.
Okay. Well, with 2 successes, I'll say another hour passes, but at the end of the hour, you are able to come across, I would say, a juvenile buck.
Okay. David will feed and try not to kill it. Try being the apt word.
You do as you always do. You make your way over, and again, it's not as smooth as you usually do. There are moments where you catch yourself maybe moving a little quicker than you would have wanted to get to it, not trying to scare it off, but the closer you get, the harder it is to resist finally sinking your teeth in. You even realize at one point your fangs slid out of their gums earlier than they usually do as you get closer to this thing. But eventually you do. You're able to sink your teeth in, and when you do, please make me your frenzy check.
6.
Oh, you're fucking Jesus. Now, again, feast or famine, you critically succeed on your resist frenzy. Your fangs sink into the young deer. Do you completely drain it to death, or do you leave it alive?
It's always the goal to leave it alive. So I'm gonna guess 2 dots is what I can take.
Yeah, I think max 2 dots.
I feel like
Double
it's 2.
checking. I think it's 2. I'm double checking real quick, but I'm pretty sure it's 2. But go ahead and take 2 for the sake of now. Yeah. 1 rouse check's worth of slaking? It says 1 to 2. So I'll give you 2.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. So it brings you down to 2.
Yeah. Much more manageable.
Yeah. And at that point, maybe taking a moment and of relief, realizing the urge and that hunger, while it's still a nagging feeling, the relief is so huge. You can finally think straight again. You can operate again. And with that, we maybe see you stretch, placing the deer gently below a tree where its head can rest and where it'll wake up okay in the morning, should a predator obviously not find it.
Sure.
Your wings stretch out, and with a few flaps, I imagine you're heading back to the quarry.
Yeah, I think so.
Janet, you're in the middle of wrapping up your last phone call. As you hang up and kind of prepping for the night, you realize it's getting late, maybe 1:30 in the morning, close to 2 a.m. by the time you see David's shadow getting closer to the ground before you look up and see David first. And you see him returning to the quarry. You see Janet, obviously, David, as you're lowering and landing in the quarry.
I will greet her. I suppose he's probably pretty satisfied with himself about resisting, devouring the deer. So he just...
Hello, Janet.
I see you haven't enjoyed your pizza.
There was,
It's been sitting for a few hours
Yeah,
now, but
you
there's like
actually
a
did not-
large pizza.
I did not know that there was pizza for me.
Yeah, hun. We ordered a pizza delivery guy for Leon, and you like pizza.
I do like pizza, yes. I'm sorry. I was
Well,
very hungry, and I needed to feed.
Oh. Well, how did that go?
It was fine.
Okay. I'm not reassured, honey.
You can tell he's not. He's got that face of like, I'm not sure if it's fine, but I think it's fine.
Hey, you want to talk about it?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we'll have a slice of pizza first. Waste not, want not,
You're
Sure.
going to rouse check, give yourself blush of life so you can eat the pizza?
Yeah, sure, why not? And
Hey,
let's see, let's go.
Thank God.
It's all the hunger rolls.
Yeah, you've been in a dangerous place for a hot minute.
Yeah. And I think David, this is probably his first cold pizza. So he,
Yeah, it's lukewarm, yeah.
Yeah.
it's probably, he probably still enjoys it a lot.
It's quarry temperature.
It's probably cool. Yeah, it's probably a cold
Yeah,
pizza.
it's cold, yeah, you're right.
What kind of pizza did you get him?
I can't remember. Did I order ham and pineapple this time?
Yeah, you did.
I ordered ham and pineapple to see if you like fruit on your pizza. I think that's what I ordered.
Hawaiian or just straight pineapple?
I think it was a Hawaiian.
Okay. Ham, pineapple, the good shit, and bacon.
Maybe end up bacon and some onions or something.
As David takes a bite out of it.
It is not as greasy as the last one, and it
Well,
it is sharp, like citrus.
Yeah, there's pineapple, honey. Pineapple. Some people like it. not really for me.
I
all
see why
meat
someone
kinda
would
gal.
enjoy this, but I do not think that it is for me.
Oh, well, that's okay, hun. I'll find somebody out here in the middle of nowhere to
I am
take it off
grateful.
our
Thank
hands.
you. Thank you.
Oh,
I will
you're
continue
welcome. You don't
eating
have
it.
to be. We were gonna eat the pizza guy anyways. Well, Leon was gonna eat
Oh.
the pizza guy. The pizza was just like extra
Well, that was nice of him.
of the pizza guy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, sure. He loved it. Is his car gone? Because we left him sitting in his car like a few blocks away. Did I see him? Was he gone by then, Mathis, the pizza guy?
Oh, he's well, how much did you drain him? I don't remember.
He took 2 dots, right? Just enough for him to like pass out if I remember correctly.
He's still unconscious.
And then we put him
Yeah,
in
he
a
was at
car and drove his car a little bit down the road, so he
Yeah.
wasn't like right on top of us. Okay.
The car's still over there.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine. Yeah, he had a great time. He got an extra tip.
And Leon fed as well.
Oh, yeah. No, only Leon fed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then you have another body.
I would have fed, but oh no, honey, he's not dead.
oh.
Just because you feed doesn't mean you have to kill it. I mean, for me, it does.
But that is not the case for Leon either. I keep hearing how Leon
Yes.
has a problem.
He has a problem. We had a somewhat interesting discussion on the matter. He says he's going to work on it. This is why I ordered the pizza delivery guy, right? He said he was hungry. You said you were hungry. How hungry, honey? I really want to talk about how hungry we're all getting.
I am better now.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't really come out of your little cave or nothing. You just kind of left. So I'm guessing it was you were like really hungry.
It was the closest I have gone to painful.
Oh,
Everything was loud, and
okay.
it made me feed.
I'd like to reiterate something that I have also now reiterated to Leon. It seems like a good thing to do. You should eat before you get that hungry, honey.
I did not know that it was going to be that bad.
Okay, that's okay. We all make mistakes. Nobody died, right? So no cleanup. Where did you feed? It was in our territory,
Yes,
right?
yes, it was. It was in the forest just beyond the quarry. I fed on a deer.
It wasn't at the docks, Mathis.
He went and fed in the woods
You
near
left.
the quarry.
Good,
He then
see?
left the yeah.
Okay, this is all great. So, you're fine. Leon's got some work to do, especially, since Janet hasn't got to eat because all of his organs were dry as a raisin.
But I have some good news. And
Oh?
you may think that it is not interesting. Perhaps you should eat first. When I give you news, you seem very upset.
I'm fine, honey. No, I'm never upset.
You are
Janet,
lying.
I am exacerbating the truth to reassure you that I feel fine. Tonight, I'm not as hungry, though, when you feed like I feed, you like to keep a backup. The fridge stocked, if it were.
Then you have more ready?
I have made the necessary phone calls to restock my refrigerator, if you would. Why? Why are you so interested?
Just in case you get hungry and angry.
Uh-huh. Do you want to tell me why I'd be angry?
David kind of thumbs the cord from his neck, showing the empty vial.
Oh, it's not empty anymore.
Oh, it is empty now. The dandelions regrew.
Oh. Well, isn't that a good thing? You were very sad when they died.
I was more concerned than sad, and now I believe that I let that man down. But
What man?
I went back to the docks.
Tonight?
Yes, though it was brief. I think it was only moments.
Oh, okay. You went back to the Nosferatu docks, and you said there was a man?
Do you remember when I told you that the water was still and everything was frozen?
Yeah.
When I placed the dandelions on the ground,
Uh-huh.
I gave more of my blood to them, and it brought me back to the man whose face I could not see.
You gave more of your blood to who? Who's them?
The dandelions.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that was personified. Okay, so the dandelions got your blood, and then they took you back to the docks,
I went back to the docks. Yes.
like the first time.
Yes.
Okay, with the same entity
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Oh,
He was there.
oh,
Or she. I think that
oh.
they are disguising their voice, but I believe it is a man.
Okay. And dare I ask what he had to say this time?
He did not have much to say because he could tell that I was hungry, and he wished for me to feed, so he grabbed a woman,
Oh,
and I did not feed upon her, and that made him angry.
uh-huh.
I don't know if it made him angry, but I told him I only wish to feed upon animals, and he said with time, animals will no longer suffice.
Okay, that's a lot of information. Why does he care so much that you're feeding?
I asked him that, and he did not tell me.
Of course he didn't. He's got something to hide.
But I do remember things. I tried very hard to remember because you have taught me to find small details that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. What did you find?
While I was there, he was not at first, so I wanted to look around, and I could see where my box was found. It was not far.
Uh-huh.
I left a mark where I landed to see if it
Okay.
would be there later.
Oh, good. Okay, that was smart.
And I found runes. They were like pictures in the stone,
Runes?
carved.
I'm gonna give you each of those. I'm drawing them on in MS Paint at the moment.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Another math is art masterpiece.
I found
Damn right.
I found one, and then I looked around to see if there were any more, to see if it was maybe art or
Okay.
graffiti, and then I found 3 more, and it was symmetrical like a face. They were equidistant.
Okay. All right. Well,
I also remember the woman.
yeah, right, the woman this time.
I'd never seen her before, but I remember her now very clearly.
Okay. All right. Well, do us both a favor. The sun's gonna come up and it's gonna get hot real fast. So, write it down. You know, your journal. Just
Yes.
get your face, put the symbols. You know, if you can remember like a diagram of the docks of where the symbols were. Those things are all very, very helpful. I'm not angry, though I am worried, and I'm gonna be honest. Would you like me to share why? I should ask first.
Of course you can share.
Okay. Okay. I'll tell you why I'm worried. One, your hunger is drawing you back to that place. You only go when you're hungry, real, real hungry. Whoever this entity person is, they seem interested in you feeding. Ever heard of a sacrificial lamb, honey?
I am familiar with the terminology, yes.
Okay. Do you know what they do to the sacrifice before?
They
They
fatten the calf.
That's right. I just don't want you to be the calf. You know what I mean?
I
And if somebody is
understand.
working out, and more importantly, though, there will become a time where there may be some truth to that animal blood. Somebody really interested in you eating humans. Most kindred are happy as long as you're satisfied, because the concern is if you're not eating, not necessarily what you eat, just where you eat it, and if you're doing it. So why is somebody so concerned that you're eating animals if it's going to solve the problem? Why are they so interested in it being human? These are deeper questions. Simmer on it, honey. Did they offer you food the last time?
No, they did not.
Okay.
But they did tell me that this was the same person that told me that I was lost, but then I was found. And that nothing is frozen like cold, but it is frozen like time. And we are learning that time is stuck for us in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah. Well, I have some news to share. I can do it tonight, or I can, we can wait till sundown tomorrow, bring Leon around. But I have, I'm having one of those feelings, honey. You know, those Janet Janetti feelings, the ones where I'm right always.
I have just come to assume that Janet Janetti is always right.
Oh, good, honey. That's how it should be. Okay, but these dogs. I'm really glad you didn't feed, and I'm going to tell you why. Those dogs belong to the Nosferatu. They're not within our territory. You did right by coming back here and feeding on a deer within our feeding zone. Had you fed on that woman, we could have been in trouble. Now, all of this to be said, guess what? Do you know who found your box? Where Betty got it?
I do not.
No, because Betty shares nothing. So I found out through Leon, who found out through Betty, right? Because he was there that night. The box was found by a Nosferatu. Okay? Two Nosferatu in one story is suspicious. But that's not all. The Nosferatu have their hands all over the events that have been happening to us in and around. Now, Leon, I had him do his little computer thing and use technology to rerun the video footage from the front, the side door, the front door of the house. Yeah. We was thinking it was like, some kind of weird magic thing. But I learned, because Janet Janetti doesn't know everything, yes, I am humble enough to say that Nosferatu can fuck around with technology with their powers. So say it was a Nosferatu who showed up at the door, fucked around with the camera, or was invisible and put a bullet in Roman's head. Nosferatu, Nosferatu, Nosferatu. If it looks like a Nosferatu and it smells like a Nosferatu, what is it gonna be? A fucking Nosferatu. I think they know more and are involved in some way. And if you keep going back to those docks, you're gonna be seen, honey.
I do not know if that is possible.
To go back to the docks or to be seen?
To be seen. Everything was stuck. Nothing that was alive there that wasn't already there could move.
Okay. So it was like out of time.
There were birds floating that were not flying, that they could not move.
Frozen?
Yes, like in time.
Interesting. Okay, I believe you. At this point, Leon said weirdest shit to me in the last 24 hours, so who am I not to believe somebody froze time and the birds were floating down at the Nosferatu docks? What I'm trying to say is, just be careful about who you talk to and who you trust. Because had you fed from that person who I imagine told you they was trying to help you, we could have been in trouble for that girl and feeding in that territory.
I think that she may have been important to them. I asked why her and why me, and they said that everyone that they talk to or work with is important to them, and that it did not feel very random, almost as if she had been waiting.
Okay, well, that's another red flag in certain ways. For now, let's sleep on it, honey. Put all of your thoughts, all of those pictures rolling around in that brilliant, beautiful little brain of yours down on paper. And tomorrow, we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can find somebody who knows what these symbols are. I think it's time that we find a way to make friend with the Nosferatu, if you know what I mean.
It sounds like we are going back to the docks.
But probably, you're right. Everything ends where it starts, right?
I suppose.
What's wrong, honey?
Nothing. Nothing is wrong. I feel very clear-headed.
Oh, good. What you feed on tonight? Was it another goat? Was she?
It was a deer this time.
Oh, Bambi. Okay. Well, I'm glad it was good for you. They're very agile creatures. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you finish or don't the pizza. Maybe I'll find somebody else to consume it, or we'll leave it for the flies. You know how it goes. But I point to my. It's like, Mom, it's like, I'm done for the day, okay? Yep. I'm gonna just retire now.
And as Janet walks away.
Good night, Janet.
Good night, David. Sleep tight, hon.
And David, with that, nods and maybe takes one more bite of the pizza. And as he goes to take the chomp, as he chomps, we cut to black, and we'll be on break real quick. And when we back in just a short while, go get a drink, refresh your coffees, whatever you need. We'll be right back.
All right, be right back, guys. Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
Hello, hello.
Yo.
All right, last hour and a half or so of the show. We're gonna jump right back into it. I guess as we jump back into the show itself, is there anything anybody wants to do for the rest of that evening, or is it just an end of the night?
I
move
think
into the next
it's a
evening?
due time for end of night so we can come back together. Though the question is,
Yeah.
do you want me? How would you like me to tell you what the phone call was about?
Well, you said you want to tell me on the side, so if you want
Yeah,
to keep it quiet,
I'll skedaddle
throw
it
me a-
over to you. Okay.
throw me like a Discord message at some point.
You don't always
I've got
like
a
to run
plan.
things by you before I make like a hard.
Yeah. Woo. What were you saying?
So Leon has a plan.
Mhm.
He's sick and tired of various things. He is going out and he is buying a bunch of smartphones. And he is going to start dismantling them.
Okay. Like burner phones, like cheap ones, essentially.
Just mostly he's looking for the technology inside of them. So nothing fancy.
Okay. Do you have yeah, we'll just say that's fine. You go out and buy some phones. I'm not gonna get too nitty gritty as to like how many you buy and whatnot. You're looking to get your hand on a couple of them at the very least. Like how many are you looking to grab? Well, you're obviously after the technology on the inside. What is the long term here?
5.
Okay.
He is looking to create 5 recording devices with a variety of extra sensors, but he doesn't have those easily available. So he's going to just start with the most easily available commercial sensor-laden piece of technology.
So grab
which
yourself a
is
burner phone, 5 of them.
Smartphones.
They're about $50 a pop, basically, for some burner phones. Nothing super crazy. So you spend maybe as you wake up. Everybody, go ahead and as this evening goes. By the way, rouse check me as you should.
Wait, didn't we rouse check already? I was up yesterday, and
I think it was just me.
yesterday.
It was just me.
Oh.
I had
I
my browse
browse
check.
checked at the beginning of the
I
game,
did
but I
too.
can do it again.
I could do it again. It's gonna
Well,
I'm
suck.
hungry.
You shouldn't have
Oh,
rouse
I-
checked. You shouldn't have rouse checked for the first one because you were already awake. So we can just take your
Take-
previous rolls.
Oh,
It's
perfect,
just-
good. So I don't get hungry.
So don't
Okay,
bump your
ignore
hunger
that.
up.
Ignore that.
Ignore that. Yeah, Bub, I need one from, but
Yeah.
he succeeded, so he's fine.
No, I failed. I failed
Oh,
my.
you failed.
my
No,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
you
get
failed.
my
You had
sandwich.
3. Yeah, go get your sandwich. It's fine. So you go out, grab yourself 5 burner phones. I imagine you know, in a montage, we see you buying a couple from different places. You're kind of spreading out where you're grabbing them. Regardless, you grab yourself 5. And then do you do it right then and there? Is it like just a sloppy, like you're cracking open each plastic, like little burner phone? You're just grabbing like the inside and throwing away the rest?
No, he's not throwing away the rest. He's just going to use it as like a base. He's going to get inside, get access to the most important parts like GPS, camera, audio, and whatever else a smartphone might have on it, like motion sensing, that kind of thing.
Burner? But it's a burner phone, right?
It's not intended to be used as a burner. It's just a really cheap smartphone.
Gotcha. All right. Well, with that changes things. Not that much actually. It doesn't change things all that much. Yeah, you can still get a smartphone for like $50.
Yeah, like 50
easy
to
enough.
$100.
All right, go ahead and give me an intelligence technology check as you're just gonna crack these open. And I'll look for like more than one success out of you, but this is like your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 successes. You're quite easily, over the course of maybe 30, 45 minutes, you're able to get each of these phones into the guts of them to get to the most important bits. Like you said, the GPS, where things ping, the recording devices, microphone, speaker, etc., etc. Are you kind of like gathering those and is that all you're doing for the night? I'm not sure where you're going long term with this.
He is going to He's going to look for places on the dark web where he can get extra sensors. So I'm infrared. He's basically trying to find as many different recording devices as he can to jam into these phones on the dark web, because radiographs, that like suspicious things to be buying. So which is why he's doing it on the dark web.
Yeah. So that is where I would say, while it doesn't require a roll, you need money you don't have for this stuff. You need lots and resources and you don't. The burner phone, pretty simple. Getting better stuff like infrared and good recording equipment off the dark web, I don't need a roll for that. You need resources that you are not rolling in, and that's where your hard wall kind of hits at the moment, which is honestly where Janet has mostly kind of come in. Again, Janet paid for all the security stuff at her house and she kind of sacrifices dots to do so. However, I'm not like, you can go online and certainly find places, you just need to get the money to do it.
I paid Leon dots for his security job. You should have resource dots that I handed you from Janet.
So like one-time use resource dots that you've given him. How many would you've given him 2?
Actually, I have a ledger for this. I can double check.
Take a look, because I am literally looking
I gave him the amount of dots that I have in the quarry in security. So like what I put into security is ideally what he would have been paid, which was not a small sum if I remember. I think it's 2. Hang on.
If it's 2, that's literally exactly what I'm looking for to afford. I'm going to give you like a list of things that you can grab off the dark web.
We did this because I was like,
While you're doing that, give me so I don't know if anybody's ever, like back when I was young and edgy, checking out the dark web, super fun. You gotta like, there's ways to like stay anonymous and like, you have to use like different weird browsers and stuff. Give me an intelligence technology check to stay anonymous and do this properly. And how many dots?
Right there. Leon's security was an out on my ledger for last month's income for 2 dots.
That's beautiful.
The Venture and me will be tracking my resource dots.
The way it should go.
Ooh, I got
willpower reroll 3 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate roll with that pool.
Okay, I got a crit.
Okay, you crit. Yeah, with the crit, you're absolutely fucking fine. So, what you're looking to buy is your usual, I imagine directional, like parabolic microphones, like good stuff like that.
Yeah. But they need to be miniaturized to fit with this phone, or at least compatible with it, I guess.
Yeah, you can get something. You could always hodgepodge something together, but you get small enough ones where you can do that.
Yeah. He's looking for radiation sensors, and various levels of camera sensor, parabolic microphone. He's looking at basically, he's gonna get weird with it. He's gonna obviously there's like gyroscopic sensors, but he's gonna find moisture sensors, vibration sensors, electromagnetic sensors. Like he's looking for variety.
Okay.
He is trying to quantify something.
I would love you to give me, you can make your decision on this, either wits, streetwise, or intelligence investigation. Because as you're going through the dark web, there's plenty of vendors on the dark web. The dangers and the difficulties of finding a vendor, the difficulties finding one that is not a fucking FBI like sugar honeypot looking to draw you in.
Yeah, so this is something that he has a lot of first-hand experience with. So I'm going to use intelligence investigation, and I am going to rouse check.
And do you have a specialty that you could apply to this potentially?
He's got tech hardware in craft. But
that would
no.
only allow you to know like what you're buying is a real thing, but like then that's okay. But still, you roused. You're at 3 hunger, a little bit more dangerous, but you crit. Oof, you fucking blow the shit out of the water.
He's not touching FBI honeypots.
No. You as you're scrolling, you can see you're like, that's a honeypot. That's a honeypot. Oh, that is definitely a honeypot. But eventually, as you get deep enough into it, you will find a vendor that will give you what you're looking for, and it's. With that roll, you can get everything off of this one vendor. So I'm not going to have you roll another 1 or 2 times for anything like the plan was. And you rolled well enough to stay anonymous. And we'll say the name of this particular vendor is Mothlight. Mothlight, but the O is a 0.
Cool name.
The most honeypot almost name, but it's not a honeypot. That's where you're getting your stuff from. You're going to burn right in, just don't even bother writing them down. Your 2 resource dots, because you're going to spend the resource
this
dots
is going straight in there.
On this. And the vendor itself ships from, as far as you can tell, EU/undisclosed. And in
Russia,
all capital letters, and in all capital letters, it's got blinking letters of different colors that say best quality guarantee.
Well, we'll see when it arrives, but it should be good enough.
And the last thing I'll say you'll find, and I'm curious if you want to add this to your list of shopping stuff, because you get all the things you're looking for. But you did roll extremely well when looking for like stuff that you want. They actually offer a couple of Faraday bags. Those are, in case you don't know, for listeners who don't know what they are, there's something you could drop into and it cuts all signal. Like it becomes blind to, and can't output a signal either, but it can't get a signal either. It's like you want to take something without it being able to be pinned by cell towers. You can get a Faraday bag.
Oh, hell yeah. No, he's taken that.
Okay, you grab a Faraday bag. Again, it's all your resources are gone. You spend probably 2 to 3 hours of this night going out, getting the phones, taking it apart, gathering the bits, looking at what you need, going onto the dark web, making sure you're anonymous, finding a proper vendor, looking at all the products you need. It was a chunk of your early evening. But when all is said and done, it'll be here when it gets here. I will have to actually I'm so curious. I don't know how long it would take, like black market items to get delivered. I don't know how long it takes. Do you have them delivered to your, like, where do you have them delivered? You don't have them delivered to your fucking internet cafe, do you?
No, I'm going to hire out a PO box in town.
Okay, fantastic. I won't even have to. I won't even have to. You probably do that. Well, you'll have somebody do it for you probably during the day. But either way, it's all taken care of. We'll just say. And so that's all said. And with that all said and done, what do you do do you move to Janet's at that point?
Yeah, he's going straight. He's going next. He's going to the quarry.
So that leaves with, for a couple of hours, both Janet and David for the early evening. I'm curious, David, do you draw out the runes for Janet so she has an idea of what these things are? Now that I've given you like an actual look at what they are.
I think he does. Yeah, I think there's this. He probably. I think he wants to recreate the size of them as well, not just like draw like a smaller, but as much as he can,
nice.
like give her an actual size of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. As you draw it out, you draw probably like 3 inches by 3 inches. Most of the runes fit in.
Okay. Okay, then yeah,
Patch
I'll have
size,
that.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like a patch size. For those who can't see, because I did post it in the Discord, but who aren't able to, just a quick description of each one. The very top one is like a line with 3 vertical lines through it, and on each end of a vertical line is a circle. On the one for the east, it's like a straight line that goes straight up with a circle at the tip. At the base, a horizontal line, and sprouting from when the vertical line are 2 other lines that kind of curve back into it, each with a circle on the bottom. The south one looks like a closed eye with like dots on each side, and then like a nutsack hanging down by the bottom by it.
It was
Like
funny. So I've already named these. This is not how I would have described them at this, but I have names.
No, you
for
go ahead and
them.
describe.
Yeah.
So as
So-
he's drawing them out, I
Okay,
imagine
I was like,
Janet's
okay,
narrating.
so to the south we had like a flying saucer delivering a pizza, and to the east,
It's gonna be way better than mine.
to the east, wait, what is that? Was that a fairy with a long neck? What is that? It's like a
I don't know.
okay. What's this one? This one.
When she
looks-
says what is that, go ahead and give me another intelligence
what is that?
academics roll. Your knowledge in art history is not pertinent in this way, but I don't know if I want to give you the specialty is what I'm struggling with
3.
here. 3?
Oh.
Yeah, I need 4. You don't know what the names of these things are.
And that, do you remember cable television? That looks like a that one there at the north looks like a satellite or some
It's
kind of
like an old
antennae.
antenna. It does
It
look
looks like an
old-ass
antenna. I could take you to a building just a few blocks away. It's got one of those still on the top of it. This one over here. What is that? It looks kind of like a button with a funnel. There's a funnel button.
I do not know what any
Oh.
of this means or is.
Okay, and these are the directions. This one is at the north end and the south end and the east and the west side
Yes.
of the docks. Okay. Well, I don't know what those are. I don't think I'm smart enough to know what those are.
I do not know how important it was, but that every moment I tried to touch them, it was as if something was stopping me from doing that.
Something
Like-
like a force.
Yes, like a force, like it was pushing my hand back.
Now, why would it want to do that?
I would tell Leon, but he does not believe in magic.
Did you stay inside of the runes, or did you step outside of them?
It is where I landed. I did not think to step outside.
Did you land in the exact same spot you was in before?
Yes,
Okay, hear me out. Now I don't know nothing about magic, and I'm sure as I start talking about magic, I feel like
You can
Leon
hear
pulls
you can
up.
hear Leon's car arriving.
Now I don't know nothing about magics, but what little bit I do know, and what little bit that TV or whatever has taught us, that usually if magics are going to be done weird stuff, they're going to make it in a circle, right? So that a power is centralized, or whatever it is in a radius. What's to say that these symbols are like a summoning circle? Like it brings you to it. You said you were in the same place both times. Hi, Leon. Do you know these symbols?
Leon, as you make their way over. Leon, do you have any like academics?
He has 1 point in academics.
You could like Hail Mary it. You could absolutely Hail Mary it. I'm
Make your
curious.
computer
Intelligence
do
This is my-
the
academics.
thinking. Make it. Can you run it against the interwebs or whatever?
Yeah, I'll run it. I'll use the wet computer first. Hang on,
Why is it wet?
because it's inside my head.
Oh.
3.
Yeah, no more than David. So no, they don't look super familiar. At least you can't put a name to it.
I mean,
Tell me that
scribbles.
doesn't look like a flying saucer delivering a pizza.
Oh, did you? No, I get what you mean. Did you ever watch Hey Arnold?
No.
No. Okay, don't worry.
What is a Hey Arnold?
It's a guy with a really wide head.
I had an uncle named Arnold.
Did he have a wide head?
No, it smelled bad.
Yeah, that doesn't help us with these symbols then.
Okay. Well, symbols, and if they're not numbers, I don't know. But David saw these on the docks, the Nosferatu docks, when he went feeding last night. Tell him, David. Tell him about the symbols in the docks.
I went feeding last night, and I saw these symbols on the docks.
See? See?
Damn, bro.
She told the same story much faster and with less words. It felt efficient. I can explain in greater detail.
Wait, so you saw these at the docks?
Yes.
Where?
Nosferatu dogs, where we found him, and where the
Yeah.
box was recovered.
Oh, okay. Have you eaten?
Recently, yes.
I was talking to Janet. You seem
Oh, I asked her the same thing.
No, I'm getting excited.
okay. Okay.
Well, technically, I don't think I need to eat. No, I'm feeling pretty good. Plus, I don't really have, a bunch of organs just lying around. Though I did get rid of the rest of your bodies.
Thank you, Janet.
You haven't killed anyone else, have you?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
Just keep it inside
so-
our domain, okay?
Yeah. So, why? I'm confused. We went to the docks and we didn't see any symbols. Were
Right.
you like
I
trapped or?
It's special.
if
It looks like you were inside the middle of a circle inside a compass.
I can tell you, Leon, but if I tell you, you will just doubt it because I think that it is magic.
Okay,
Okay, but
you're
let's say
right.
let's
I
say
would
it's
have,
not
but I'm
magic.
working on it.
I mean, but we can even say that it's not magic. Okay, so let's just talk from a completely realistic scientific standpoint, yeah? Each time David's gone to this place, though he just noticed the symbols this time, it's taken him to the same spot, right? So what if it's like a energy, like and it's summoning him there.
Like magic.
Louisa, like, sure.
I have no idea. So you've been to this place several times.
Twice now.
Maybe it's just psychological.
I
What, you
thought
think
that
he's just returning to his like origins?
no, I think that there is more to this. Everything was frozen in time.
Oh, please. We already went over the alternative
I
to this.
know, but hear him out. The birds were floating. Okay. Just
Okay,
hear 'em
okay.
out.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. I am trying to solve this problem right now, actually. In 5 to 10 business days, I will have enough sensors to basically tell you exactly what is going on. I'm going to give you an object and you're going to keep it on you at all times. You're going to keep it charged. And if anything fucking weird happens, you're going to pull it out and point it at it. Okay?
Point the phone.
Yeah, I've got some smartphones. I've got some really fucking smartphones.
Oh, you
They're
mean
about
take
to
the
be.
picture? Like, take the picture?
It's already going to be taking pictures. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
I have
David. Oh, right.
I believe that there is more to this, and I thought some before I slept this morning. I think that the runes, or the markings themselves, are to create a boundary. Not more so that it is designed for summoning, but that it marks a boundary, because the man was there, and then when he saw that I was hungry, he was gone. Not that he fled, but that maybe he stepped outside of the boundary, and I could not see any further.
Like a different dimension? So he's not like there technically?
I think it was
Now that's scientific. We can prove that.
it
That's
was
not
like
magic.
like a bride's veil.
Oh,
Duh.
okay.
So it was
except-
like partially transparent?
I don't remember flying there. I remember my wings expanding, and I know how long it takes to get to the docks. From the forest, it would take me over an hour. But by the time I had arrived, spoke with him, and I denied his feeding. When I had returned, it had only been minutes.
Is
So
this
like
the same?
teleportation.
Oh,
Just-
yeah,
Just minutes.
minutes. Interesting. Was this the same guy you'd seen before
Previously.
when you were feeding?
With the flowers and the shadow stuff. Remember we told you all about that? And then he
Yes.
just
Yeah, is that
disappeared
the
and he came
same
back the same.
guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Do you have a phone on you right now?
I do not.
No.
It is against the camera. I'm not. Please pick a lane. I do not know what I can and cannot do anymore.
No, you're fine, honey. You're doing great. No, we don't have a phone. I have a landline.
That's not going to help. It needs to have a GPS chip.
Well, okay, so I think I see where you're going with this. So I've had a thought. And this person that keeps drawing you to the docks in your times of hunger. Okay, let's get all the information straight here, okay? That means that more than likely, when you get hungry again, and this goes down, you're gonna be like pulled back over there. What if we set a trap? Two traps, in fact. One to catch the killer who's been shooting people, and one to see if we see what David sees when he gets to the docks, right? So David's like, oh no, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go fly off and do my David thing and eat. Then whatever happens to David, and he appears at the docks. When David leaves, we hit the gas. We get in the car, we go down to the docks, and we see if we see the same thing David's seeing. You see what I mean?
Yeah, and we microchip him so we don't lose him.
We should
It's
go
not a
to the
dog.
docks anyway, because I left marks where I landed.
Oh, yeah, we can prove this. All right, get in the car.
Yes, Mum.
We'll just go down to the docks. It'll be fine. Now, I don't know nothing about symbols or carvings. So when we get there, I'm going to do a really good job of distracting anybody that might be working those docks. Please
I'm
remember,
gonna-
we're not in our territory. We're in Nosferatu territory. No feeding, no killing, huh? Let's keep it professional.
But what if they attack me?
Okay, well, that's a different story, honey. But ideally, we shouldn't be doing nothing they would need to attack us about.
Right.
I doubt they'd attack you.
Okay.
So the three of you load up into Janet's car and make your way to the docks. Now, while it is 1 a.m. and there's very little activity going on down here, there's still security and gates that you have to get by. How do you plan on moving past the closed gates and security?
Okay. So, the last time we came through, we did encounter people, and everything we needed was on the other side of the gate. So, right, but maybe before we get too close where we'd be seen, I'd let the two of them out. Because David can always fly them in all super secret, like, as long as I can create a distraction. Does that make sense?
Yeah, or he could fly you up and over too, as long as he's high enough where they can't see
Oh,
you.
I'm going to be no benefit to figuring out the symbols. I'd be way better at the distraction.
Sure. So David and Leon step out, and does David just kind of, after you walk a little bit away, maybe out of sight, do you just like kind of grab Leon, and or you like hop up into my arms, Leon? Let me fly you.
I can be your bodyguard.
Fanfic in the making.
Leon throws himself into David's arms, and with a few flaps of the wings, you begin taking off. You can go ahead and make me a dexterity stealth check as you fly up and over and are going to land in there, because you're going to be landing in an area, trying to get to an area that's not fully open. It's not like this place is heavily guarded. It has
I mean,
just
we
enough
drove
security.
straight up in there almost last time, so except
Yeah.
for a couple guys, so.
So you're going to drive? Are you going to drive up, or are you going to only wait and see if they need a distraction?
I'm gonna let them out.
Okay.
I still think I'm still gonna be a distraction. Actually, Janet probably shouldn't show up. I will wait. If there seems to be a ruckus or I see like guards or whoever's at the gate begin moving or looking around, all I'm gonna do is pull up nicely like a good citizen and have a very Karen-like conversation with him, just enough to truly grate his
yeah.
nerves.
I'm the knight.
So, yeah, you rolled. Even if it's a messy critical, but still it's a
Damn,
critical.
dude.
There was no human wandering those docks, so there's nobody you're going to fucking murder in that meantime. However, maybe more to the detriment of David. As you land, there is a loud scurrying of a large rat on the nearby docks, and in order to keep it quiet, instinctively without thinking, as though somebody else takes over for a brief moment, your foot swiftly moves over and you crush the skull of the rat and kick its body and innards into the water before you blink and realize what you've done.
Oops.
That's never happened to me before.
Well, you getting rid of a distraction?
I don't know.
It's just a rat, dude.
It is more than just a rat.
And he says that as he places you down, we see Leon's feet touch the concrete on the nearby area.
I don't like that.
Don't
What if
like-
that was someone's pet?
On the docks, the fat rat that's clearly eating garbage. This is a good thing. We're not going to get found out. If it was someone's pet, it'd be Nosferatu.
Janet was saying something about the Nosferatu as well.
Yeah, they like animals.
I like animals too. I don't
Yeah,
know why
not
I
in the
did
same way
that.
you do, though.
Well, it should be here.
Okay, show me where the
And
runes
as
are.
he gestures, here's what you notice, David. As you look, you actually do see the divot that you made with your fingers where you were standing. However, the runes themselves are not there. You see no etchings in the concrete or what have you. You see no where they would be in the north, south, east, and west. However, both of you make me a wits awareness as you were examining, because I imagine Leon's dropping to one knee as well and getting down there to take a look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm taking a real close look.
Let me get my glasses
You
out.
can make it a wits investigation if you want.
Um,
If you
I'll
prefer it.
I'll re-roll. It's only one, but them not being here is
Right.
going to bother David. So it's just
Sure.
one, but still.
Absolutely. 5.
Five
Beautiful.
successes.
Leon?
Woo!
And a fucking
Holy.
critical 7 successes? Okay. This
I
is
eat the runes.
this is great for me because it means I don't have to hide anything
He's
necessarily.
licking
here.
the concrete.
So the very first thing you notice, David, as you said, he's like, there's your divot. You may even point to Leon. You're like, there, that's where I'm like dug in for my fingers. But there is no runes on the areas where they were. However, what would be etched in a circle that connects each point where the runes were, while it is extremely hard to see with your eyes, if you drag your fingers over the areas that would, like I said, connect each point, you can feel divots. Divots of something that has been worn away over time. Clearly, there was something once chiseled and etched along that where the circle would be, but it's hard to see with your eyes, but you can feel it with your fingers. And it goes, as you kind of trace it, and Leon wouldn't feel it as well, you could feel the bumps, and there's a smooth patch where the runes were before it goes to the next arc. On top of that, as you kind of take that in, you also realize that the chunk or piece of concrete that all of this is etched into, though whoever this is has gone through extraordinary lengths to ensure that it almost blends in seamlessly with the concrete around it. The chunk of stone where these runes seem to be like etched in, so probably we'll say a 3 foot by 3 foot cube of stone, almost perfectly squarely cut, is much, much older than the rest of the concrete. There's a piece of this concrete that now that you get a really good look at it, and especially with the critical success, Leon, you're probably the one that notices this. You kind of step back and look at it, and you can see barely, or actually, with your being a Malkavian, there is, as you step back and look at it, and you don't see the runes, there's a moment where what would be, color, the color reference numbers, like FFFF001 or whatever's like a different
like
color.
a hash.
Yeah, for a moment it flickers, and you see there is a difference between the concrete and this 3 foot by 3 foot hunk of stone that doesn't belong with the rest of this concrete. It is it's off. It's different. It's certainly older.
These three have these two have different HSL values.
I do not know what that means.
You felt the divots, right? The markings. that's older than everything else here.
And as he
So
points
either-
it out, David, as he like with your eye for stone, you're surprised you didn't see it right away. But there is a difference. There is a difference here, and it, like I said, whoever put it, however it got here, there's been an extraordinary amount of effort to make it blend in with the concrete. But now that you see it, you can't unsee it. Now, with the divots in the actual concrete itself, do you do anything with that? Do you have paper? You could probably do like a little shadow
rubbing.
casting of
Yeah.
rubbing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
I'll rub one out.
Full Indiana Jones.
Yeah. You probably have like a notebook. You can probably do each one. Go ahead and make me a dexterity. No, I won't make you do it. It's just fucking rubbing. I'm not going to make you roll.
Curious.
Yeah.
This is for recording purposes. Does this feel different than what my headcanon is of the image?
What do you mean? Sorry,
Like
I don't understand
the symbols that you've given us.
Mm-hmm.
Are we feeling the same thing, or are we trying to get different information?
No. Different. So like where those runes are
Yeah.
blank. They're not there. They're smooth. But in the arc that would connect each rune, you feel faint divots of
So between
letters.
them.
Yeah, between them. You feel it, and it feels barely there. You can barely see it with your eye. It's been worn away with time, but you can still feel light divots, and so that's what he's trying to do a rubbing of.
Josh, do you have a phone that, like?
Oh yeah.
I think I can do something here that might be like it'll give us an angle, since instead of just looking at stone, we might be able to manipulate it. I can turn my body into like I basically am clay at my own disposal. I can create the indentations and just press it into my own arms.
Sure, yeah, you like make your skin malleable and then
Yeah.
just do a pressing. So there's 4 arcs of letters.
Yeah.
You can have like one on the forearm, one on the back,
Yeah.
one on this forearm, and then one on the back.
Yeah, and if I need
What
to,
ability
if
are
it's
you using?
let me look. I don't have the doc up. 1 second.
Yeah, it's all good.
It would be not Stone's Whisper. Probably just stone carving, because I can basically stone fuse form. I can just change my body with carving claws. I can form my hands into things. Weight of earth. It allows me to sort of like press myself into things in wedge form. If I'm just going to do that, I'm essentially just want to manipulate my arm to sort of be malleable and hard press my skin into it.
Is it a rouse or
Like
is it
silly
free?
putty.
Yeah, it is. It's a rouse check. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful. So you just kind of like as he goes to get the paper to do a rubbing on the paper with a pencil, David just like, hold on, this will be less permanent in a way, less evidence. And you watch as he kind of like stretches out his skin a little bit. He kind of kneads it with his thumb and his knuckles and becomes malleable in front of your eyes like a really thick clay. Before, like you said, takes his forearm and presses it into, and you kind of have to bend the skin weird to get kind of the perfect arch. You almost have to roll your arm across it and then roll the backside. And you do that with each one. And I imagine there's not much time spent of being like, let's decipher these now. You want to kind of get out of here before security gets too
Yeah, and you could
wandering.
like snap pictures before the skin starts to like push back into itself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're
I'll
gonna
take
snap some
pictures,
pictures.
and then I'll take a picture of the site. Not that it'll really help us a lot, but yeah.
Sure. And as you do so, once all said and done, David, do you just kind of scoop Leon?
Are there any signs? I know, like, this is a little more difficult. It's been a night, but were there any signs of a like immediate struggle? Like this woman may have resisted outside of this.
No, it doesn't. I mean, not. And you can do me a wits awareness if you like.
I'll
but-
try. I will give it a shot. Three successes.
Looking around, trying to take a quick look. Does anything look out of place? Like there might have been a fight. Nothing looks out of place. Nothing looks like there was any sort of struggle happening in the area.
Okay, then I will pick him back up and get back out.
Fly out.
Throw my arms around your neck.
Hold tight. To your pleasure, Janet. Nothing ever seemed to go haywire. Your attention wasn't needed. You didn't need to distract anything.
Great.
And after about 30 minutes of them being gone, not too far away from your car, you see his shadow dropping before he lands, and they're making their way back to your vehicle where they load in, and I imagine Janet leaves and just heads right back to the quarry.
Yep.
I don't know if there's conversation in the car drive back, but it's not too far, maybe 45-minute drive to the quarry itself before you make your self to the quarry. At what point, like what exactly do you do on the ride when you're there?
I'm gonna just quickly show them the photos on the way, and I'm going to just say I can print these out for you if you want.
So the symbols weren't there, but other symbols were there.
Kind of seemed that way. Yeah.
Did we get a rubbing? Oh no,
we got a photograph, a daguerreotype.
Yep, but I thought you couldn't see it with your bare eyes. You had to feel it above table.
Well, we
but that they pressed. So they took photos of his
pressing.
They did the rubbing via his skin.
Oh,
took
I'm
photos of his
sorry.
skin.
I thought we took pictures of the ground. I misunderstood.
Yep.
I see.
Oh no,
okay.
these are pictures of David's arms.
David, your arms would look so good with a few tattoos, honey.
I will keep
I
that in
agree.
mind.
You've got the forearm for it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, I think.
Okay.
Looking at them.
Do we recognize these symbols?
While you can't read the language, David, you certainly recognize Greek when you see it.
I think I recognize this.
Yeah, it's all Greek to me.
I think, yes, it is all Greek.
Okay.
Oh, I can Google that then.
So north, south, east, west symbols not there. Between the symbols were the ones that we pressed into David's arm. Can you do that with anything? Could you press yourself into a keyhole or something?
Yes.
That's pretty impressive. I need to remember that. Do you know how many places we could break into? Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know you were so malleable.
Yeah. Can we fit the whole of you through a keyhole?
No.
Oh.
My entire body?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sneak in places.
Is it like a Sandman type thing? Okay, well, back to the symbols. But then these symbols were all in between where the original four should be, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. But they weren't there with the naked eye, like they had been worn away by time?
I did not see these symbols last night.
Okay.
You are 1,000% certain you didn't even see there weren't any indents last night.
What if it is two parts?
Yes! Thank you, David. You're thinking like I'm thinking. What if it's two parts of the same whole? Venn diagram.
It is an overlap.
Yeah. There's one here, and then there's one over here in the weird space, and then when
Which
you
is
get
why
summoned,
he disappeared.
Yeah. And you're in the middle of the Venn diagram when you show up,
This is why I need to give you a GPS.
I think
And
it
we
would
can
still
tell
place
exactly
me.
where you are.
It would still place me at the docks.
Yeah, he's just
Why?
because
We
at
don't
one
know
point
that.
he's on one side of the circle, and then at one point he's on the other side of the circle, and then when he goes into the middle of the circle, he meets the strange person,
Then let me put a GPS on you and you can prove it to me. But if you end up somewhere in Greece, then that would be very helpful.
No,
Let's
I
go
do not
back.
think that he is in Greece.
Let's go back. These symbols must be very, very old to be so worn down, right? They're not actually there anymore.
I'm going to put them in our Discord chat, what each thing says.
It is not that I think...
In Greek specifically.
It is not that I think that they are worn down. I think that they have been deliberately obscured so that they appear worn down.
Which is why you could imprint them into your arm because it was still there, but they
Yes.
were being hidden. Okay. All right. So let's think about this. So we've got all this Greek lettering in here now, as you might say, right? Here and now. Even though it may be obscured, here now. The other symbols, where are they? They have to have some, for them to have taken a physical form in which you could see them,
But
Right?
I could not touch them.
but you could not touch them. These we can touch, but we can't see.
What if it's like a briefcase? One side is here, the other is there, and when you seal, they're together.
Yeah, it's Schrodinger's cat or something, right? So
I don't know
You
what
know
that means.
That's okay, honey. I don't actually either. It just sounded really smart. So,
Did sound very smart.
it sounded smart. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you got one circle, you got another circle, and they don't touch because they're in different times. We're still going to talk about time because I feel like magic may make Leon explode. So we're going to talk about it in the sake of time. 2 times. When David shows up, they overlap, or is he just in one time versus the other time? Because you said that these Greek symbols weren't there when you was at the docks last night. Do y'all remember overhead projectors? Was that before your time? Do y'all remember overheads? With the little plastic sleeves you write on with the special markers that smell funny.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know if David remembers that. I'm not
I'll let
certain he
you
does.
decide if David.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
that.
if he does.
So let's say we've got 2 clear plastic pieces of paper. One of them is the circle of these Greek letters, okay, with the missing points. This one is the missing points. What happens when we overlap them? They make one picture.
Yes.
The real question is why? Because nobody puts Greek symbols down on the Nosferatu docks, along with these very strange iconography, I'll call it, for lack of a better term. You don't just drop them anywhere, and you definitely don't just carve them into somebody's docks, especially not the Nosferatu. So either my guess is they know and they're in on it, or they don't know and somebody's going to be in trouble. And what are they trying to hide? You? Well, you're walking around out here. So what are we trying to hide here? Is this like a Stargate thing? Is it like a teleportation thing? Circle symbols. Oh no, Stargate, right?
I don't.
Okay. Well, we're gonna just start you a list, honey. We'll just start you a list like Captain America. We'll get you all caught up.
Okay.
Okay, Leon, scientific brilliant mind of technology. I need some theories here. I'm shooting from the hip. I'm just a mobster's wife.
Yeah, I've not really been listening to any of that. I'm trying to figure out what this thing says.
Okay.
Are you Googling these things?
Yeah, I'm literally Googling it.
Do you speak
It's
Greek?
gibberish. Although I'm not so sure.
It's not gibberish, I promise you.
I have a
You look
feeling
up the
I
first
know
one. Which one do you look up first? The very top one?
Yeah, I look at the very top one.
Are you asking Jeeves what's in the picture?
No, I'm not asking Jeeves. I am asking 2 ducks and a go. Whatever.
So as you look up this first one, what you immediately get its pronunciation in I guess you could call it English letter translation, which I can copy paste for you now. And it comes out to Ereshigal Nebutu Soalef, which, as you look it up, historically, maybe even say it out loud, and maybe even there's a moment where David's like, that actually, I recognize that from potentially art that you would have come across. These are both epithets that are directed toward the Hellenistic god Hecate.
Oh no.
Talking gods now?
No, honey, we're talking about
Nabutosalef
witches.
is one of her more common names that you would have seen on a historical artistic papyri, David. The other name but you don't know how you know, but they're both epithets that are directed toward Hecate, the Hellenistic god. Okay. Also what the Giovanni and all them are named after at this point.
Yeah, I don't know a lot, but I know a Hecate. And I know what she's known for and who she represents.
And that's the one that goes from north to east.
All right, we're gonna have to make it. We're about to make a diagram.
Right. Okay.
Locations. This seems like a location option, right?
North to east.
Where's my pencil? Okay. I say we pull up and I go get all my office supplies. All right.
Sure.
Okay.
This next one reads and translates to Actiofi Forba Brimo. Now, I need a roll, and only from David is the only one who possibly can roll this. for an intelligence academics with your specialty in art history would apply. And I need to know how many you roll, but I am looking for a difficulty of 4.
Okay. I am at hunger 4 again.
Oh, did you
How-
rouse?
How did we get here?
Yeah.
Because he ate a pizza. Now he's rousing.
Oh yeah, he was trying to be nice and eat the fruit pizza.
And as you hit this, like David, that unrelenting, overpowering feeling of hunger takes over. Oh,
I got 4.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord, brother. Barely scraped this one by. This is Actiofi and Forba of these 3 words particularly are also in reference to Hecate, but not as an epithet, but as voxis, from the historical Greek book or papyri, whatever it's called. It's named Papyri Graecia Magicae, or Greek magical papyri. This is like an ancient historical document where a lot of magical words and phrases and stuff that we in the modern day learned about. This is how we learned about a lot of this.
Abracadabra?
Literally
No.
where it comes from.
Okay,
Fuck
hang on.
yes.
So the first one, Erishingal, whatever, that ran which direction?
North
North to east.
North to east. Okay, I just need to make sure we were going clockwise and I didn't fuck it up. Okay, I'm gonna write
Oh,
it down.
man.
Say, okay, what else have we got?
This one was east to south. The next one that I read.
Okay,
you.
great. So I'm at least moving with you, so I can
Yep, we're
write
just
them.
going-
Okay,
yep,
got
exactly,
it. Yep,
exactly.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, wait. After that's said out loud, maybe there's a moment where they're like, maybe you're not going right away. Is there any words that are to be said right now? I'm curious.
Okay, more witches.
If my
Like after these 2 are read and kind of like David is able to be like, oh, I know this. Is there conversation, or do you genuinely move on to the next one?
this is ridiculous.
No,
if-
you keep going. We're not done. We haven't, don't give up till the end, Leon. See it
I'm
through.
not giving up. I'm just saying that this is ridiculous.
I think he's gonna hold it until he gets this last.
Okay. The next one isn't a word, actually, but it is the 7 Greek vowels in order and then reversed.
Oh,
Right. Okay. Do you know what? Do you know what this looks like to me? And I don't know nothing. I'm just Janet Janetti. But this looks like somebody who was an uneducated person who thought they knew what they was doing, came through and tried to do something. Like, Magpie.
Oh yeah.
Just like magpie. So
Actually.
the last one translates to Abelanathanalba Semiceliama, or Semiceliama. But this is a palindrome. It reads identically both ways, both words for the most part, except for that
Okay.
last. Well, in Greek they read.
Oh.
And it is another one of a magical word that is pulled from that same papyri that other phrase was pulled from.
Okay.
It is, I would say, none of you would really know. I don't think any of you would know what it would be used for magically, because none of you deal with magic. So,
Certainly don't.
No, but I sure
Leon's
but I can draw it.
yes.
Josh, when
Leon's-
we met Leon's sire,
yeah.
she had a lot of wild things to say.
Oh yes.
Particularly, she had described David as 3, and then she kind of gave a loose idea of that timeline. Do you remember what they were? It was like the wedding saying of something borrowed, something blue, something old, something new, right?
I got that written down. I got
Okay,
it.
what is it she said in the timeline? It was 3, 1.
Okay.
Go
Let
ahead.
me go. This is on Leon's page. Hang on. Gotta go to Leon's page because this is where his side said it. Leon,
what-
Betty, David.
One of the olds. One
Okay.
of
Noble, new, and old.
Noble, new,
Noble, new, and
that's it.
old. Hecata is protecting him? Question mark. I wrote in big bold letters. Okay, David was put on a boat by a crane. We learned, okay, right here. Birth of something new. The water knows your friend is rehearsing his own death. He must die. The loop requires death. Circles and ripples. Contact your healthcare provider. Healthcare provider always kills the patient. What else have I got here? No, that's old. So yeah, noble, new, and old. 3 become 1. Hecate protecting him.
Yeah. Okay, so you're kind of picking up what I'm putting down on that. That happenstance memory just came back to me. But additionally, what if our noble, new, and old, our construct of old is not what we think it is? So,
Okay.
Anthemios, I thought was the old because that's like Hagia Sophia, 1400s. What if it's
Sure.
older than that? Because the Papyri Gracia Magicae that's old. That's pre-Christ.
It's
Yeah,
super,
it's
super,
ancient.
super old, but it was used for such a long,
Long
time.
time.
Correct.
It's still
Yeah.
used in modern magic today.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still drawing symbols I don't understand.
So it just makes me wonder if it goes back further than we had anticipated, and it's greater than the 14th century. Because, like, if my recollection is as it serves, it wasn't found until only a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did it. I overlapped the circles. Okay, so I compass, and then I put so it looks a little something like that if it was actual circle, right?
Yeah.
Mathis?
It would be something like that. Yep.
But one
Right.
circle has the north, south, east, west compass. The other has the interior writings of this weird Greek stuff. All right, so hear me out. So you're saying all of this comes from some ancient fucking text, right? And this right here, you said is basically the alphabet forwards and backwards. Yeah.
Yes.
This one runs the same both directions. The last one, right, Mathis? You said it runs. It's basically the same
The
thing.
vowels, you mean?
The
Backwards,
vowels.
and
the
then
second
the other
one
one's a
or the last
palindrome.
one? The palindrome. Yeah.
The
it's a
palindrome is the last one, and then the third one is the vowels forward and backwards. And I will say, I should probably have said this too, because you rolled the 7 successes with trying to figure out what this is. You, Leon, no, or whoever rolled, I can't remember. In your work together, whatever the case is, as you're doing this and you're looking at the symbols, you would come to realize that the runes themselves, while not exactly as they would be in the historical documents, are known as charakteres, which are Greek magical runic language, basically. It's like Greek magical rune symbols. Letter-like magical signs. Also from originally the PGM as far as history can tell.
Okay, where do we find a copy of this fucking book?
Your local library.
Probably at a library.
David, it's that time again, honey. You want to go use your card, your library card?
It's too late right now. It's like 1 or 2 a.m.
yeah.
The
You
library's
know, not
closed.
everything happens in a day.
This whole time, Leon has been freaking out. Does Leon have anything he wants to say?
I hate all of this
Why? Why, honey? What's so bad about it?
because it would just be so much simpler if, you know, you went into a fugue state and you accidentally flew to Chicago, or I don't know. It's just all too like why would you need a magic circle in a dock?
Well, now see, you're asking smart questions because over here I'm thinking, why would you need all of this ancient symbols and bullshit pulled from some ancient text and book on the public docks?
Mm,
Well, at least the trade docks in the city owned by the Nosferatu. Now, why? See, you're actually asking the smart questions here, Leon. Why? I don't have to know what it says to know that that ain't supposed to be there. And if it is supposed to be there, it's because somebody wanted it there, and I want to know who. Because I bet you they
What?
can answer all these questions for David.
Someone definitely wanted it there. They had to have a lot of coordination to put this big old rock in the middle of this concrete. I mean, that needs coordination, that needs building
Which
crews.
means-
You can't hide that.
What if it was here before the docks were built?
Either it was brought here or it was here before the docks. Yeah.
And if the Nosferatu haven't noticed it, that's a huge thing. And if they have noticed it, they've left it alone. Now, I don't like to point the finger of blame. But who in the city of Boston likes to use magic? Don't say magpie.
I think anyone would be happy to use magic if they could.
But who can?
The
Are we
Tremere.
talking about
That's right, the Tremere. And where did all of this bullshit start? The Tremere. They brought David here. They wanted David here. We got magic fucking rune stones all over the Nosferatu docks. And who's to say that the Nosferatu aren't involved, that they didn't make some shady fucking deal with the Tremere to have all this go down? They were the one who found your box, handed it back over to us. I'm just saying.
I don't think
It's
that
all
they
a
found the box. Finding assumes that it was somewhat lost. I think that they were just picking it up as they had intended.
That's probably true. But Betty paid a memory to get it back for us. And if that's true, and they just stumbled upon it, oops, box left alone on the docks, so they called it suspicious and picked it up. Why didn't the Tremere go directly to them, knowing that that box came on the Nosferatu docks? Why go through the effort of sending out the Fall Guys? Huh?
The Nosferatu. I get the impression that the Tremere didn't know where the box was.
Now,
because the Nosferatu picked it up.
Oh, I see. So maybe they're not working together. Maybe somebody needs to warn the Nosferatu. I'm gonna be honest. It sounds like they're actually potentially gonna be the Fall Guys, and people are snipping around and doing stuff in the territory they're not supposed to.
I mean, this is a complete guess, but the memory thing might have been blood magic. So maybe it's the Nosferatu using a magic circle in their own docks.
All right, I've had a thought. It's not a great one. Yeah, what can I help you with, Leon?
Can we go see my sire?
You mean in the...
You don't have to come if you don't want to.
No. You know what? I will need to change my shoes.
David probably should feed as well. He's at 400.
Yeah, David's looking a little.
I'm a 300.
Oh my God! Didn't we just do this? I'm what with the difficult feeding type. Okay. So we're gonna eat. Everybody's gonna get their fill. It's gonna be great. Yes, we'll go visit your sire. But do you think maybe you can get out of him some more clarifying thoughts this time?
I can try.
All right. Well, David, honey, you've already had a deer yesterday. Is there something else I can offer you that's of the animal persuasion?
Are we close to the petting zoo?
Mathis?
I mean, you're still at the quarry, so, you're where you always are.
There's the one nearby that you always go to, but I can understand if you were running low on stock, you don't want to go killing off the goats. In fact, I had a thought. It's a weird thought, and I never thought I would have it. I was thinking that if you had a more regular supply, David, of livestock here at the quarry. We got a lot of territory here, and I have heard through the grapevine, nothing eats grass like a goat. So we could invest in a couple goats, use them for your basic, yard work activities, and you could feed on them. They could roam freely across the quarry, like a goat haven.
That sounds nice.
Okay. Would you like to? I can't do it tonight. Obviously, nobody deals in goats after dark. But if I, maybe tomorrow can make a couple calls. We could buy a few goats. You could take care of them. And they could just eat freely all around the quarry.
Janet, I think I killed someone's pet.
What? Whose pet?
There was a very large rat on the dock, and I killed it. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't even know that I had done it until it was too late.
It's okay, hon. We all, every time I see a rat, I scream. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If the Nosferatu want to talk, and it was somebody's pet, they'll come find us. I have zero doubts about that matter.
Maybe
Okay.
I can go to the zoo?
Well, it's a little late. The zoo's closed, and it's going to be full of cameras. I was thinking maybe we, Mathis, what's the reality of him hunting in the domain again, like in the woods nearby?
I mean, you can make another roll. It's not that big a deal because it's wildlife, so you can. It just depends on how well he rolls.
I will try. No rousing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Just go for it. Oh, there.
I mean, you messy critical.
Yeah.
So in a messy critical, without even well, it doesn't really matter. It's not a fucking person. The difficulty comes in if you frenzy or not when you taste blood.
Okay. I will attempt to resist.
Hey, we love to see it.
Just
right.
by the skin of your teeth.
Now, Leon, David's out and about doing his thing. We are on the other end of town from your store. I've already offered your pizza man in the, direct delivery in the last 24 hours. How do we help you, my friend?
I'm good. I got it sorted. I'm
okay,
gonna.
Since we've been standing here, you've got your hunger sorted?
No, but I got a plan.
Oh, are you interested in sharing?
Yeah, my sire feeds me sometimes, so I'll just do that.
I see. Still, you're feeding from the sire. It's okay, hon. You're young. You'll figure it out. Okay. All right. Well, when David gets back, we can load up into the car. We'll go drive over to the scary hospital or whatever that she stays in, and then I guess we'll just we'll
just
get
a
milkshakes on the
normal
way back.
Normal hospital. It's just abandoned.
Okay, I'm so sorry. A creepy abandoned hospital.
Until you head there.
By the way, that's not a long-term plan, Yesiah.
Oh, it's not going to be every night. It's
Honey,
like,
you're nickel and diming this. One night it's here, one night it's there. You need a foundational support system for just some really good, ongoing.
yeah, I know. You
incoming
told me
food.
last night.
I'm worried
will
about
figure
you,
this out.
hun. If you don't like it, I'll yell at you instead. Does that make you feel better?
Kind of.
Okay, fine. I'll raise my voice. I'm worried about you. You can't continue on like this. And if you do, you're going to end up dead, or one of us is going to end up dead. So tell me how Janet Janetti can help you.
I'm still thinking on that.
Okay, great. Well, I'll talk louder. You think longer. And when you figure it out, you let me know, and I'll be there to have you back.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too. David, ready to go.
Get in the car, David!
Coming, Mom.
I'm sorry. So the three of you hop in the car and make your way out toward that abandoned hospital. If you don't remember the name of it, I've got you. It's the abandoned Metro State Hospital grounds that closed in 1992. As you're making your way there, her haven is very specifically in the hydrotherapy room that you get to via the shed in the back that has like an escape hatch that leads down into that area. And as you walk in, much like last time, you can hear her barefoot, wet footsteps before you see her. And the walls themselves are, the old hydrotherapy room has tiled walls, old rusted pipes, an old therapeutic pool that has just been collecting still rainwater, patient graffiti from the 1950s that is mixed with her own and others over time. And when you see her, just to remember, this woman is rather scary looking. She's tall. She's extremely skinny. Hattie is her name.
I was about to say, did we get her name Hattie with a T
that's
or
what-
D's?
T.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you step into the room, see her lit by a flickering ceiling light and not much else other than the moonlight from the windows nearby, you see a woman who has deep, deep rings around her eyes as her eyes have heavily sunken in. Her hair is long and tangled with wet mats and stuff, dripping slowly with water, refusing to ever get dry. Her clothes are also like wet and stuck to her, layered in multiple ways with shirts that are both too big, too small, and fit all similarly. And you see she has patient ID bracelets up both arms, clipping onto some of her skin, as well as the sleeves on both arms that run up, something that wasn't part of her the last time you saw her. And as you walk in, you can hear her mumbling, but you're not entirely sure you hear words other than just her babbling and looking at a blank tile wall with her forefinger drawn up as she seems to be tracing invisible lines between the tiles on the wall itself. And when you finally walk in, the mumbling echoing through the walls becomes a little bit more clear as you hear her say something along the lines of, "Group was Tuesday. Group is Tuesday. You're early by a week, but late by a life."
Hi, Hattie.
Her head snaps in the direction of the audio, though her eyes never break from the wall and never looking directly at you. And in a moment that feels calmer than usual, in one that I would say Leon may interpret as brief lucidity, she says, "Sit down. No, don't. You won't be here long enough to make it worth the trouble."
Okay, we'll stand.
And then she snaps back to the wall. "I had a child. I had a child. I had a child. Same sentence, different weather. I had a child."
Yeah. Well, whatever it takes to make you comfortable.
As,
How are
Leon
you
steps
doing?
in, this is all, Leon looks kind of at home. He's very relaxed. But as he's walking by the camera and you hear him say, "How are you doing?" the camera focuses on both Janet and David in the back. And what is the expression on both your faces at the moment?
I mean, I think David is. I think he's sort of fascinated by Hattie, mostly because even in her fitful moments of lunacy, she has still had more insight to things that he has no recollection over. So he's interested, but he's only like half there. I think he's probably has a few other things on mind.
And Janet, is she just kind of quietly taking it all in?
Yeah, it's not a look at judgment as much as it is. There's definitely a little bit of pity in this, and like, how the fuck did Leon make it as normal out of this as he did? It's always like a good reminder for Janet that he's come a really fucking long way. But more importantly, she looks like, when your friend's like, "Hey, let's go. I got a friend. We're gonna drop by for the party," and you walk in and you realize it's a drug dealer's house and you didn't know, like that awkwardness of like, "Don't touch anything, don't move, like they won't notice me." I think Janet's standing there like, if I don't say anything, she won't see me. That's kind of where she's at. Like, she ain't gonna say nothing because the truth is, she doesn't want to have a one-on-one conversation with this woman. She wouldn't even know what to say.
And so as Leon says, "How are you doing?" and she responds like, "You came about the writing. It's not writing. You came about the writing. It's not writing. They took my chart. I wasn't done being it."
I probably pulled my like mom pad out of my purse where I've drawn all this down for Leon and I like hand it to him to go take to her, like, "What are you talking about? Go, go."
Oh, look, she gets stressed. We're not rushing this.
No. At your time, I just, it was in my purse. It seemed maybe
Okay,
helpful. I also have a
okay,
cough
no.
drop.
I think she'll be okay.
Okay, it just sounds raspy.
Hey, I was, I wanted to say thank you. The things you said last time have really come around. We found the writing.
Again, she continues kind of manically babbling at the wall, not necessarily saying anything fully worth understanding. At one point, she looks to you and goes, "Are you the 3 o'clock in the morning screaming?" No, you're the quiet one. The quiet ones are always a disappointment.
Oh, you don't mean that.
And then when you say that, she looks to you and does not break eye contact, going insanely, entirely stiff and still. 3 shut, 1 gaping. Nobody asks who's still coming in, came in, is in. Shh. And then she looks back to the wall. Dead letter still talking. 2,000 years down and still mouthing along. Guess who else?
Oh. Oh. Well, in that case, I wanted to ask if you'd fed recently.
Don't drink from the left pool. That one remembers.
Okay.
And she gestures to one of the therapy pools that has been collecting rainwater with just like absent-mindedly with their left hand, not looking, just pointing.
Yeah.
I had a child. I have a child. Same sentence with different weather.
Well, I'm your child, but I'm not your child.
Palindrome's a word that got scared and turned around. Whose circle's full are sacred words?
We have been looking at palindromes recently.
Yeah, sure.
I counted the tiles again. Different number. They keep hatching. And then she picks at, like with one of her long nails, one of the loose tiles, and it comes crumbling off as some dust kind of falls and the tile cracks on the ground.
I have a suspicion about something she said. So I am going to activate heightened senses.
Sure.
It's
free, so it just is activated.
And I'm going to like follow her around as I normally do. And this is not really something that I am very good at, but I'm going to search for another person in here.
Mm-hmm.
If they're using obfuscate, I can't find them. But
are you looking for somebody in particular or just any individual?
Just signs like extra footsteps or depressions in the floor, like someone stood there.
So if you
that
do a
wasn't
quick
one
look,
of us.
If you do a quick look, it's wits awareness. If you're going to take some time, it's going to be a wits investigation, but you're going to take time not talking to, like you're going to take a few minutes and wander the room quietly.
Yeah. I am going to well, I mean, I'm going to take a quicker look, I think, because I do need time with Hattie. 3.
You're relatively familiar with the hydrotherapy room, especially the first few months that you were embraced. As valuable or valueless as you may see those first few months with the particular sire that you have. So when you look around, you know what to look for. I mean, things move with her. She bumps things, she rearranges things and whatnot. She's very particular about the things that she moves. However, when you look around, there does seem to be some remnants of maybe someone having been here that wasn't quite you or the crew that you've come in here with. You're not quite sure what it is that's pinging that part of you, because again, when you look around, everything seems kind of chaotic and moved around. This is how she is, but there's a weird, call it a gut, instinctual feeling as you look around that someone has probably been here in between your last visit and now.
Have you had any visitors?
Man's walking in tracks that are already there. Doesn't look down. Good. Don't look down. Don't let him ask. Don't let him know. You have to. I keep telling you and you keep having to.
Okay.
3 shut, 1 gaping. Nobody's asks who's coming in, is in, was in. Shh.
Okay. And this is something I should look into more?
3 faces because you already picked. Standing there after the worst part. Whole family named. No one knows what she's for. Dead or easy. She's for the coming back ones.
Has Roman been here?
There's no real beat because she's just rambling at this point. She says, I've met you, not you. The after one, the one before. Tired. Not tired yet, though.
But you will be tired.
She shakes her head, and there's like an exasperated, almost frustrated tone in a weird way as she says this. Cameras only understand forward. That's the problem.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, if we're not being watched, then...
She pulls up her long hair and holds it in front of her with both her fists tightly clenched. And as the water drips down, she kind of cocks her head to the side and looks down at the water, kind of curiously, but still letting you talk. Did that even distract Leon as she did that? And kind of cut him off. Then she
he was waiting for something.
As you say, she goes, everything already went. That's why it drips. And she looks at the water dripping from her hair.
Right. I can't make sense of that one. I'm sorry.
The water
But
knows.
we do. The water knows. Okay. We've seen some new symbols. I was wondering if you could tell us anything about them.
She doesn't seem to respond.
I hand her the book.
Dead letters. They still talk.
You were them, right?
She traces her finger around the circle. I'm assuming you gave her the circle
Yeah.
drawing. Yeah. And she just kind of traces, goes, rings that have no end. The water knows the ripples. The ripples tell the story. What's it holding? What's it holding? As she just traces the circle and then kind of tosses nonchalantly and almost absent-mindedly the piece of paper to her side, no longer tracing the circle. That's a note. He left himself a note.
Leon scrabbles after it because he knows
It might
it's
land
from
in a
Janet's
puddle,
book.
and it might land in a puddle and like
Yeah.
dampen the paper.
It's wet now.
Honey, everything in here's wet.
Uh,
Okay.
here you
She
go.
looks up at the ceiling, and then she points to the ceiling. There's a bird in the ceiling. Been there 30 years. Very patient bird. And as you look up, you see a sleeping pigeon.
Patient.
You said
Do you have my medication? I haven't taken it in 37 years, but it's persistent.
Is there something you need? I can go get it for you.
That wall's still wet from 1974. I
I'll
think I'd
get
have
some.
dried it by now.
you said the water knows? What does it know?
She looks to David and only briefly says, "You're dripping wrong." The others drip upwards.
Okay. Well, you
The
also
pipes
said-
talk, but they only talk about pipes. Boring, boring, boring. And she looks to one of the rusted
Yes.
pipes and just shushes it. Shh. Room 4 is occupied.
Do you feel like your questions are answered, Leon?
Always.
I'm
As he
glad-
knows what she's talking about.
Glad you have some clarity. David, honey, how you feeling?
Mostly confused.
It's okay. We can stand next to each other and be double confused.
Okay.
Yeah. We can go in a minute.
Is it
Patty-
still Thursday out there? The Thursdays
Yes.
have been going since the 80s.
It's a growing trend. I'm not a fan of it. People don't tend to like Mondays most of the time anyway. But before I get distracted, I have a favor to ask. Can I have some of your blood again?
There is I guess there was a beat. As you ask that, if the camera pans back to the other two, do they look like they're? Did you warn them? Did you tell them you were going to ask that? Yeah, you told Janet, right?
I told Janet. Yeah.
You were gonna ask what? I'm sorry, I was writing.
That he was going to drink from her.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you said that you was coming here to eat. Who am I to judge you how you do it? I could assume you was gonna feed from her because it's not like she's got a pantry or something in the bottom of this hospital.
She gestures to the nearby, like, rusted out, like, patient, where you would sit down for a doctor's appointment, to one of those, like, gurneys or what have you. And
Yeah,
she
I
says,
sit on the bed.
you do that. Do you have a way, out of curiosity, because I don't think we've done this before through her?
No.
Do you have a way that you imagine you drink from her regularly? Like, is there a ritual you go through?
I think there is a way that she feels most comfortable doing it, just because it is relatively regular.
Okay.
And so yeah, I sit on the bed.
She walks over,
And-
then she walks over to you, and as she does, as you sit on the bed, she just says, "Drink the quiet parts, not the talking parts." And then as she reaches her wrist forward to maybe let you drink, she wheels it back and comes down and cracks the side of your head with an open palm slap that echoes through this whole room. And as she like lets her hand linger in the air after such a slap, and Leon probably just takes it, I imagine. She goes, "You want the inside. Everybody wants the inside. And then she, like gestures for her wrist, but looks away and kind of like starts yammering at the tiles while you take your drink.
Yeah, he proceeds to reinforce his blood bond.
And as you do so, taking how much? Probably just a dot. She lets you take, putting you down to 2.
Yeah, if she lets me take more, I'll take more. But otherwise,
No, she pulls. She pulls away after 1. She's always seems uncomfortable and unable to sit still when you've drank from her in the past, and that continues to be the truth to this day. And after a dot is sufficiently drank, what you would recognize as her inner struggle to stay still long enough for you to drink is forfeited as she rips her arm away and goes back to yammering at the wall.
Thank you. If there's anything you need, or if there's anything about
Somebody's
the
been moving my
symbols,
blankets. Might have been me.
I'll bring you more blankets.
Can Janet walk over to the pool that knows
Yeah.
things?
You walk over to the pool and you
Yeah.
look down at stagnant rainwater with muck and mosquitoes buzzing in and out of it.
Oh boy. Okay, I take that in.
Yeah, you stare at it.
It's too dark, I imagine, to be able to see to the bottom of the pool.
Oh, it's shallow. It's not full. It's only rainwater that's collected. You can definitely. It's mostly like it's like 3/4 empty. It's like a quarter full. You can see the rotted away, chipped tiles at the bottom of the therapy pool. There's no body in there or anything.
Methis, is this the exact room we found her in last time?
Mhm.
I asked Leon.
Does she always stay here in this room?
For the most part, she goes out when she needs to.
I think David's gonna try to set something up. Hattie does not strike me as the type to kind of like break patterns much. I mean, if there is ever a definable pattern, and there's something that people can't help that I learned a long time ago. If there is a really cool looking rock right in the middle of someone's walking path, they'll kick it every time. David's going to try to find some sort of like rock or tile that's interesting and set it up right in the middle of the walking path.
Okay.
Because I think Leon would be able to dictate pretty easily if this is like a Hattie pattern, if she's going to like kick a rock or kick a something, but someone else might. If someone else comes through here, he sees that rock moved, even if it's like punted into a wall or something like that, he should be able to identify that pretty quickly. And I think he would probably tell Leon that on the way back.
And we watch as you do so.
Yeah. I am a little bit worried that someone's been coming here. Who are they?
He's asking her.
Yeah, I'm asking Hattie.
She once again says, I had a child. I have a child. Same sensor, just different weather.
Wait. He's your child. They've been coming about him?
The pipes won't stop talking. And she
Pipes.
looks at the pipes again. Always about pipes. So
Pipes.
boring.
Pipes. Can she speak to animals? Is she hearing the rats in the pipes?
You don't.
I don't
think
know.
so? You can't speak to animals, right?
No?
Hey, Josh,
I
there's
mean-
nothing that said that you were the only child.
No?
I mean, are you an only child, or is this like a middle child problem? Or...
I don't think you know.
I
mean, homie, you know someone else who knows an awful lot about you. You met them.
who?
You went into her office. You thought she was even a Malkavian.
The other Malkavian you met a few sessions ago.
Oh,
made you
the lady
bakers.
who made cookies.
She knew a lot about you and some about us, too.
Okay. Yeah.
But she
God, what
didn't
was
crawl
her
in
name?
here through the fucking
Mrs.
pipes.
No. But there can't be that many Malkavians just free floating about, particularly digging in the heels and finding out what she can about Leon.
I got questions of who approved her to continue to make childers because
Who's going to stop her?
Because when you say, 'cause
I
when
mean,
you
she's
say
clearly really
because
good at it.
And when you gesture
Yeah, I
at
mean,
her,
she's A plus plus genome there.
when you say because and gesture at her, you look at her and she's looking up at the pipes. She goes, "I named all the pipes and I forgot. Now they're strangers again. How rude of me."
Oh yeah, that's like a mom and her children. Just name them and forget them.
I used to be
Pipes.
somebody on Wednesdays.
Well, did you know Wednesday's technically not the middle day of the week? Not if you start your week on Monday instead of Sunday. It's Thursday.
The tile in the corner isn't a tile, but don't tell it I said it.
Oh, I won't tell you secrets, hon. That's between you and the tile. What I want to know, okay, hear me out. Everything's been pointing to the Nosferatu's involvement in some way. Yesaya said she's been visited by someone. We can neither confirm nor deny that that is true, but she's saying that the pipes are talking to her. The Nosferatu have we'll call it a way with the local rodent population. They tend to use them as spies and information networks. Because guess what? They can talk to them.
I'm gonna have a look at the pipes.
No,
As you do, she's just like, it's just like caressing one. That's all she's doing. She's just caressing one of the pipes as you go over there.
Leon,
Yeah.
honey, I think this is about you, or at least that part of it. Why would somebody be looking into you?
The water's been evaporating since 1991.
Water has been evaporating.
Because I'm just that goddamn interesting.
Okay, Leon.
Somebody left the 60s running and they forgot to turn it off.
Yeah, hun.
Hey,
They said
say
that at
that again.
Woodstock too.
I'm not lonely. There's a
Leon.
schedule, a very full schedule.
And we do not mean to interrupt, but Leon, I need you to, look at me and my big, beautiful baby blues here. Actually, the hazel, because I'm not Dot. My hazel eyes, and tell me that you're not being followed.
I haven't checked recently.
So that's a no. You cannot confirm nor deny that you might be being followed.
I will start looking for signs, but I
Okay.
like
Let's go back. Has anything strange happened in the last 24 to 48 hours?
They
No.
discharged me, but I stayed. That's the whole joke.
Punchline to boot.
yeah, that's
Well-
a twofer.
Weird. 24 to 48 hours.
Someone ate Connor.
Who the fuck is Connor?
The fucking gamer I keep at
Oh, the smelly one in the corner.
the smelly one who doesn't leave. I feed on
killed
him
him?
sometimes. No, he's still alive. He's just got 2 holes inside of his neck.
Okay, wait. So you're telling me another kindred came by your own storefront and territory and fed while you were away and you didn't think this was important to mention, hun?
Because I didn't want this.
What, a discussion?
Oh, this doesn't feel like a discussion. It feels like an interrogation. But
Okay,
yes.
I'm sorry. Let me say, Leon, I am concerned for your well-being. I've said that twice tonight. Just if I need to yell it, let me know. I'm worried for your well-being. If you are, in fact, being followed, that's important. We've had literal kindred shot in the head on my doorstep. That's important.
You're right. You're right.
Is Connor okay?
Connor will be fine.
Okay.
He's woozy.
Why would somebody want to come in your store, no offense, and kill the smelly man in the corner?
Well, he's not dead. It's
Okay, attack, feed from, deplete your stock.
well,
What if that's
Is
my
the-
fault?
I doubt it.
Why would that be your fault, David? You and Connor got a side thing we don't know about?
No, but outside of your store, there is the picture of Annika's face in the wall.
Oh, right.
It could be, but this was very specifically Connor, who is the only person I frequently feed from, and someone else got to him.
Okay.
You see
Let's
where I'm
say I
going
was
with
a
this?
yeah, I do. Let's say I was a petty bitch, right?
And
You
when you say that, the sire just says, "My hands remember a job I never had," and she just lifts her chest up and lets them drop.
Me too. Me too. Um, okay. Let's just say I am a petty bitch.
Yeah.
And somebody comes into my house and eats all my favorite foods.
Yeah.
All right? All right. And then I come to take it up with you, only to find out you had fancy food already sitting at your house. You just decided to take mine for the shits and giggles of it. What would my petty ass do? Bitch, I'm gonna sit there like Goldilocks and eat all your fucking porridge. This is a sign because you went out and fed in somebody else's territory.
Just had a thought, and it might be in the midst of that lunacy of what Mathis just said. The hands had a job that she never actually had, and she lifted her breasts. Feeding, we're talking about feeding. Who do you feed with your breasts?
A child.
A child. I think it's... maybe I'm just like seeing too far into the tea leaves right here, but that's something in my
Maybe
brain.
you are.
Okay, regardless of Yesiah's tits and whether or not you fed from her. The point I'm trying to make is if somebody fed off of your own flock inside of your own territory, we got two options. Somebody's looking to pick a fight. Or two, the Camarilla has showed up to leave you a little bit of a note. Did you take that note? Have you simmered on it, Leon?
That's why I'm here this evening.
Here?
Yes, I am feeling much better fed. Thank you, Hattie.
David's going to ask Hattie.
Does Leon have siblings?
I've got a window. It's painted. Still counts to 10.
That wasn't a no.
Yeah. Okay. I have some thoughts. Leon, you're in
Yeah?
trouble, but not with me.
Yeah, I know.
Hattie, Yesiah, if she is in fact being visited by someone, aren't you the surveillance tech guy? Why haven't you set up something to watch her, help her, make sure she's like if somebody's showing up, we need to know.
We'll say to Leon's history. I don't know if you want to. I imagine Leon has tried that in the past, and she removes it and tears all of it down. Even in areas where you don't think she'd find it, she eventually seems to find it and tears it all down.
No, she knows every single one of my tricks. Look, she doesn't want it. I try to look after her. I bring her food sometimes. I bring her, I guess next time, blankets, right? But
Don't stand in the doorway. The queen of liminal spaces won't like it.
Yeah, fuck the queen.
Leon, you are very good with technology and security, right?
yes.
Do you not have security in your own store?
I have tried to find a balance between not giving myself reasons to have to delete a bunch of evidence and securing my place. So, no, I don't have cameras.
Well, this has been enlightening. Thanks you once again, Hattie, for your well curated words.
She gestures to the ceiling, the lights, all of which only one work. She says, "The light hums in B flat."
Well, I'm not a very musical person, so I'll take your word on it. I'm going to go outside and get some fresh air because I'm having some big thoughts. And I need to simmer on them without taking them out on all of you. Y'all continue whatever this is.
I don't know if there's much here left for the two of you to.
Yeah, I think before...
You know, even though she's insane, you do also know her speaking fits are not long. She often goes through hours of dead silence too.
Yeah. Hattie, I met another Malkavian and she was really nice. And maybe you're friends. But it would be good to know at some point if I have siblings. If there are other Malkavians that you made.
The chair down there only fits one person. I never sat in it. I'm not the one. I write on the walls where the patients wrote. It's polite.
Okay.
And they reprinted the corridor in 1988. The paint is still wet. I don't understand.
Everything's way in here. I'll bring you blankets. Let me know if there's anything else.
I keep a bed made for a visitor. Not you. Don't get excited.
Anything else, David?
Do you think she knows anything about why Hecate is protecting me?
You can ask her yourself.
I mean, I imagine you say it out loud long enough for her to hear it, and she goes, "The keys. You've got keys on you. I can hear them. They're loud, terrible sound."
I can't hear them.
That's a good coat. My father had a coat once.
I
Bring
don't
something with a
understand.
barcode. Barcodes are beautiful.
Something with a barcode. Okay.
The
Barcodes
clock in
and
the day
blankets.
room stopped. The clock in the day room stopped at 10:17. Right twice a day, better than most.
I don't feel like I'm ever right. You seem to be right all the time, though, which is annoying.
Wrong diagnosis, wrong century. Right name.
Well, we work with what we've got.
Anthemios?
When it rains up there, it rains down here 8 days later. I've timed it.
The water pours in.
The water knows all.
You keep him warm?
You've got to smell like outside.
We came from outside. I don't live here. Not anymore.
After you say that, you watch as her eyes actually detach from the wall, and she goes to staring at the floor, slowly kind of just swaying back and forth, but locks eyes with the ground and ceases to speak.
She'll probably be like this for a few hours. She's okay.
I trust you. We should see to Janet.
Yeah.
Janet,
She's
after a
probably-
little while, the two of them make their way out and join you. I imagine you all shuffle off to the car, maybe wordlessly for a moment, and head back to the quarry.
Your sire leaves me with more questions than I had when I entered.
Good. But now you know that she knows what she's talking about, right? Last time we had a lot of questions. And now we understand the answers.
But it's not a straight path. It feels very windy to get to the answer.
Well, the thing is, she's already given you the answers. That's what you have to realize is you won't be able to connect the front to the back. You just got to trust that somewhere there's a connection.
I say we set a trap.
Like you were saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
do that.
We're in a prime space for it. Things continue to happen on repeat. Of course, this is after we visit the library, later. But the fact of the matter is, the few things we can prove, right? The evidence that we do have points to the fact that every person who has come in contact with David that wasn't supposed to was offed, or at least was attempted to be offed. So there's nothing saying that we can't set up that exact same scenario and attempts to recreate it and catch whoever is on the other side of the gun. 2, I think it is time that I go visit a couple of the higher ups in the Camarilla to have a discussion, one, about whether or not you are in fact being followed and or punished for potential poor judgment, and 2, everything is pointing to the fact that we could desperately use a Nosferatu on our side. Somebody that is connected but doesn't have a problem being loose-lipped, which is not an easy task to find. That's like saying, hey, can we find a Tremere who's not in the Camarilla? That led us to a naked woman in the garbage. So I'm going to do the best I can. That being said, Mathis, at the Fight Club, was there a Nosferatu?
Not that you saw, but it doesn't mean that there aren't any that
Arts
visit.
up
There was one.
Was
Not
there?
not at the Fight Club, at the nightclub.
Ah,
He was the bartender.
he was the bartender. And we need to, and that was the Cam place that
Mhm.
you went, the wine night, right? Yeah. I think David and I need to make a little trip to have a glass of wine. How do you feel about wine?
As much as I feel about pizza the first time, I'm unsure
no,
but
no,
excited.
not you, Leon.
Oh.
How do you feel about a little wine?
Yeah, let's get a drink.
Okay. And I think I found our Hecate problem. I was thinking about Josiah. She likes to mix up words like Yoda, you know, but instead of like flip-flopping the sentence, she takes one word where she means one thing, but she says a different word. Yeah. This happens a lot actually in comatose patients. After they wake up, their brains don't fire the same. So this happens where they'll say one thing, but they mean another thing. Josiah has patterns, see, where she does that, right? I don't think the pool is what she means, right? Or the pipes. She says the leaky pipes. What if pipes were like kindred, right? Or she's it's like the words get confused in her head, but not the purpose or intent of what it is she's trying to say. So if we can figure out how to speak Hattie,
Mm-hmm.
we can figure out what those words mean. The
Well-
one word that stuck out to me the most, and it only did the second time around, I missed it the first time. She kept talking about Hecate. Hecate will protect you. Who has been sent here to protect David? David.
Annika and Elspeth.
Correct. Hecate is not actually meaning the goddess figure. It's talking about the Hecata.
I assumed she meant magic.
Elspeth's ring has Greek on it.
Yes, yes. And if we remember correctly, the last time that y'all went to the library, she looked up all of those Greek words and she found out something about Lamia. I don't know who that is. But I'm telling you, Elspeth will have the answers. So I'm going to try to find us a Nosferatu contact. 2, we're going to do our best to set up a couple traps. Bring this motherfucker out to the open. Has the answer for his crimes. 3, we're going to make sure that Leon is not in trouble with the Camarilla. And we're going to do that over a proper glass of wine. So buckle up.
All
Get in
right.
the car.
And as
I like this.
the car comes to life and the car hits the tires hit asphalt and it gets further from our view, our camera slowly fades to black. And we will be back next week with another episode. I feel like we have to go to an after show pretty goddamn quick because I feel like there's a million things that Dot has
Dot's
on her
about
head
to
right now.
explode.
Yeah, she looks like she's about to fucking
Yeah,
pop.
y'all can always see, like, I have thoughts in my brain.
Yeah, same. I do too.
All right, well, we'll go do that for the after show. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us as we play. We'll be back, like I said, next week with another episode, and then early let you know the week after that there will be no show, but we'll remind you next week
Yep.
as well.
We'll keep y'all posted on the schedule.
Yeah.
September's
Appreciate
going to be
you.
a little rough, but we'll be back to like normalcy for sure by October. So just be patient with us, y'all.
Yeah. That's it for us. We'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you. Love you.